Hey, I want to play a game on the air. Each one of us, you, Gary, Fred, Artie, me. Benji doesn't have to play, but write down 2 confessions.
2 confessions of what?
Confess 2 things on a piece of paper, and we have to then scramble them around, and we read them. We try to guess whose confessions they are.
Wow. Well, what sort of?
But confess something that you've never said. It's something that would embarrass you.
Jesus, almost nothing left for me.
I can think of stuff.
We're all tapped out.
I can do it in 2 seconds.
Well, you're up to shenanigans.
Yeah,
No, I'm not up to shenanigans.
Up until 5 years ago, you couldn't have.
No, I mean, come on. I'm with Beth 2 years now. Come on.
Yeah, but you had a period of shenaniganism.
No. I don't mean. I'm not gonna. I don't even mean that necessarily. Like admitting sexual partners. I'm saying just 2 things that you would confess that you wouldn't necessarily be proud of.
Like being bent over a sink?
No, not being bent over a sink, but let's say...
there goes mine.
Like say I said, I love Miami Sound Machine. Even
right. Something like that.
Okay.
That kind of thing. I have 2 that I can think of. It just popped into my head. Let's do it. Come on. Play with me.
Jesus.
I'm trying to think. I told you everything already.
Let me see. I'm going to write them down. Here you go. All right, number 1... These are embarrassing, too.
Selling bad weed's not embarrassing.
No. That's cool. Like stuff that you wouldn't really want to admit. Hey, I'll write this one down. All right, I got 2 that'll really...
You'll recognize the handwriting, won't you?
We can have someone...
We can have Benji read them. Benji, why? You want to play?
I'll collect them, whatever you want.
Oh, boy.
I don't even want to hear you read, though. You'll read them, John? John, you got 2 you could write down? You do?
Yeah.
Write 2 down.
He's got a book.
Yeah, write 2 confessions that... Wait. I can't give you this piece. All right, do that.
You know what?
I think my 2 are embarrassing.
Mine are very embarrassing.
Oh, Artie's got something.
I mean, they're goofy as all hell.
Sometimes it takes a brave man to admit stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not that brave.
Give me that piece of paper.
I'm embarrassed that I'm going to hand in my piece of paper. Who should we have read?
KC? Or
can he read?
Yeah, can he read?
I think so.
Fred, you got something?
I got 2, although one of them I'm not sure if they...
Let's see how honest we can be.
It's not about honest, it's about...
Well, it's just self-effacing, maybe.
Definitely honest.
All right, here we go. Here's mine. Here, Gary, you collect them. Casey, you read them out on the air. See, but you should be hidden behind that podium because you can see the pieces of paper.
Here.
It's Artie's.
I guarantee mine are more
Give me
embarrassing
Fred's.
than anybody else.
They get Robin's case.
Actually,
I haven't written anything yet.
wouldn't it be a great scam if, like, we were all in on this except for Fred, and then we got him to admit stuff?
Is this a scam?
No.
Yeah, nothing's on any paper.
Did you hand in yours?
I haven't. I don't have anything yet.
Oh, Robin. Just the first thing that comes to mind.
I don't have anything.
Admit to liking something you never would admit.
I'm trying to think.
Something, show your warm, sensitive side, even. Mine have to do with that.
I killed a hitchhiker.
Get out of my car!
That was mine. I killed a hitchhiker.
Casey, give me my piece of paper back.
Oh, you got a better one?
Yeah.
Casey, come back.
When you said killed a hitchhiker, you thought of something.
No, he just keyed me into something.
Well, write it down. You don't have to have your piece of paper back.
And we don't want, like, cheating at Monopoly with your cousin.
Yeah.
You know.
It's your cousin. We want, you know what?
Really?
Howard, did you really write one down? Did you?
I wrote 2 down.
Okay.
I wrote 2 down. But, you know, they're not necessarily like, oh, I effed, a supermodel or something. It's just stuff that I'll tell you what, it occurred to me a couple of days ago. I was going through my possessions, if you will, and I realized certain things that I liked, and I was just like, you know, it's just so bad that I like this.
Well, effing a supermodel is far from embarrassing.
Exactly. This is embarrassing, what I wrote down.
You know.
Because, like, Robin will goof on me for saying that.
But, you know.
But I'm willing to be goofed on.
Wait a second, but so you just wrote down that you liked like a certain band or something?
Right.
Oh God.
That doesn't matter. Whatever you think is embarrassing, it's interesting.
I just.
I just know that I wrote down. I don't think that what I wrote down is bad, but I'm sure yours is going to be like, I own pink underwear. Mine's going to be make me look like a moron.
No, mine isn't that bad. It's just embarrassing.
Mine was going to be, I watched Dawson's Creek. And
See, I don't think anyone would be
You
as
never
honest.
told us.
But you watched Dawson's Creek and what? You liked it?
Nothing.
I never
nothing.
watched Dawson's Creek.
Jeez.
All right, you unable to perform?
Oh, get out of here, Robin. Like, you never,
come
like,
on.
stay in your underwear or anything?
Give her 10 minutes.
We've talked about all that.
Oh, you have.
So just write down 2 things, even if we talked about it.
About within
Anything. Come on, I want to get on with the bit. Let's go.
I gotta say,
I feel like mine you'll figure out right away.
Nah, we won't.
I can't do this. You'll pick me out immediately.
I don't care if we pick you out or not. You're going to pick mine out immediately. It's not. You're too hung up on the game.
Robin's abroad, so we might know.
She loves to win the game. It's not a game. It's not that kind of game.
All right.
You won already just by the audience wins. All right, when we come back,
I'll have my 2 things.
you'll have your 2 things. Are you reading through them?
Yeah, I read through them.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're funny.
They're funny. All right. Don't you think mine were good revelations?
Yeah, but I knew that.
Oh, you did know? No, you don't. You don't know you didn't know the first one.
Yeah, no, you
Wait
said
a minute. He knew right away it was you?
You said it before.
I did. I don't remember.
See, you scammed.
I didn't say. I didn't say
Give
that
me mine
before.
back.
No,
He's
but
scamming us.
The second one's new.
The second one's new. I think the first one's new.
No, not.
You just said that you knew both of them.
No, I said the first one.
He's
How
got
could you tell? You just recognized his handwriting?
Yeah.
No, I knew that. You'll see.
But you... Oh,
Mine are easy to identify.
all right.
Casey has an 89 IQ. I say we stop talking to him. I'll be right back, and we'll come back and we'll play the game. Everyone wrote down 2 confessions, and we'll hear those next. We're going to play our little game here. And then I'm going to give you a real treat after this little game. I'm going to read you Artie's bill from his cable company.
Oh, boy.
You see how much porno this dude watches.
You know, that's his embarrassing confession right there.
You know, Howard, it's not just the porn. You really got to look at the times that he's doing this.
No, first of all,
His total.
I have a lot of free afternoons and
He
mornings.
spent $93 on porn. Listen to this.
I gotta buy
a movie.
No, I
This is
gotta
his-
buy one.
This is his May-June bill, okay? May 13th,
I think you found a hobby.
7 a.m. 7 a.m. Hey, look up, what is
Artie.
May 13th? What day of the week is that?
That was a.
It could have been during the show. That had to be a Saturday or a Sunday, right?
I guess, yeah.
What's May 13th, Case?
It's a Monday.
A Monday.
At
A
7
Monday.
how could you do that?
Were we off on that day?
May 13th?
But see, that was one of those days he had to be away.
Yeah, that's when he was supposed to be in LA.
Yeah.
No, that's not. No, May. Yeah, Monday.
It's the day after Mother's Day.
Did we work? We worked the day after Mother's Day.
it's a Monday.
Didn't we?
I was here. I was definitely here that day.
So it's here, May 13th, 7 a.m. Playboy
You should dispute that, bro.
Playboy 12-hour B. What's that?
You can buy
A 12-hour
individual shows,
block?
or you can buy a 12-hour pass.
Oh, that's what he did.
He probably bought it before he left.
Dude, you got a 12-hour pass
I
for
don't know what the hell it is.
$8.95.
Did you call during a commercial?
Sign me up for the 12-hour pass
Yeah,
so when
he
I get
wanted to
home,
make sure it was on when he got home.
I realize I'll miss the first 3 hours of my 12-hour pass, but
What, did you TiVo it to
how on a
him?
I don't
Monday?
know what I'm ordering.
On a Monday, how did you get?
At 7.
I don't know what I'm ordering. I was definitely here the day after.
I already. So you do this while you watch in bed?
No, right. What I do is, you know.
But wait a second. How at 7 a.m.
It's gotta
did
be
he
a
order?
mistake.
It's not a mistake. He must have been off that day.
But he says he was here the day after
I
Mother's Day.
definitely.
How do you know you were here the day after Mother's Day? Who remembers?
Because I know that I had to go to L.A. the week of May 20th to the 24th.
Or maybe we had the day off on the day after
No,
Mother's
we
Day.
didn't.
We did.
Somebody check. We had a Monday off.
We did?
I gotta pinpoint this porno bill.
Because he's not
Yeah.
calling home during the show to sign up for porn.
I need dates. Because look at this. This doesn't make sense.
maybe I should
look at this.
dispute
May 13th, he ordered 3 programs. He got, listen to this. At 7 a.m., he got the 12-hour block of Playboy. At 4 p.m., he had the Hot Network. And at 4:30 p.m., he ordered Spice 23-hour block.
Artie,
What
are you crazy?
I don't know what I'm ordering.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, he must have been way out of his mind that
All you
day.
gotta do is
What are you doing?
He must have been home on the 13th.
Well, you
what
know
happened?
when you put one on and it's not good? Like, first of all, sometimes you put on that Playboy thing and it's like a talk show. It's not
What
even...
is it, Case?
They seem to think that maybe it was the weekend and the computers catch up on Monday. So maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so you did this on a Sunday.
Sunday night.
The day of our Lord.
Artie, is the deal that you go home and you is it the deal that you go home and you put this on?
On Mother's Day.
Well, he had to celebrate.
But you go home and you put this on until you finish? Is that the deal?
No.
You just watch it for pure enjoyment.
Oh, admit it.
You just go ahead and buy it.
You put it on, you're looking for something to whack to, and there's nothing good on, and then you go to another channel.
And you buy that.
But you bought 24 and 23-hour blocks.
Yeah, but I don't know that I'm buying a 23-hour block.
What's wrong
Artie
with you? Are you in such a frenzy you can't read the screen?
Here's what
I get in a little bit of a frenzy.
Artie sees $12.95.
When you want to do it, you got to find something quick. He spent like $25 inside of like.
You might as well get a hook.
No, here's why it's
But here's what doesn't make
disgusting.
sense. Here's what doesn't make sense. At 7 a.m., he ordered the Playboy 12-hour block.
Yes.
Okay, so he must have whacked to that. Then at 4
No, that's
p.m.
the point. There's nothing. Sometimes that channel has.
Wait a second. And then at 4
Take it
p.m.
easy, Artie.
and then at 4 p.m. he ordered the Hot Network.
So you had to do it again.
So he had to do it again. So he did it twice in that day.
No.
And at 4:30 p.m. he was trying to whack for a half hour and nothing was going on. So he went to Spice 23-hour block.
All right, here's why you're wrong in all those things.
I'm like a detective of
But
wacky.
wait a minute. Do you think that because now he's got block after block after block of hot, porn. So is he only doing it those 2 times, or is he now tuning in to the block to take advantage?
Well, according to my times, I think he just looks at it once and then leaves the block because here's what doesn't make sense.
All right.
The very next day, 5:14. You see, there must be from the day before because 5:14 he gets home from work at 4 p.m.
Right.
And Artie orders the Hot Network at 4 p.m. Then,
as soon as you walk in the door.
and then again at 4:30, the Spice 23-hour block.
Oh, no.
It was exactly 23 hours later.
Why don't you just subscribe?
So he probably liked the Spice block and now ordered the exact channel again for 23 hours.
Wait a minute. You got to tell me, is the same thing running for like several days in a block, or are the blocks different?
Let me explain something. Can I explain something to you? I'm not. It's like sometimes it's a ripoff because I'll order one of them and it'll be awful. Like, it's not even worth the time.
Dude, every
so
day.
then I'll go to the other one.
But every day you order the same thing, a block.
Because it's not always the same, right?
Just order a program.
Sometimes it's the same
How
block.
much is a block?
$8.95.
Wow.
Yeah, but you don't understand, Howard. You can buy a video for what, $19.95 now? Artie, this is 1 month's bill.
We have a plethora of porno here.
Yeah, there's porno coming out of the wall.
May 24th, 7 a.m. Playboy 12-hour block.
Again at 7 a.m.
Yeah. It's like days of June 3rd, 7 a.m. Playboy 12-hour block.
You know what I think he's doing? You're doing this at night to get to sleep, aren't you?
No. Look at this, Robin.
What?
7 a.m. Playboy 12-hour block.
Yeah, but these times are off.
1 p.m. the Hot Network. 1:30 p.m. a half hour later the Spice 23-hour block.
You never learn.
See, I've already learned, Artie, that clearly Spice works for you best, so why do you get the other stuff first?
Yeah, right. And it's so weird. He goes through all three again.
That's what I'm saying. You never learn.
There's 2 spices. Spice 2 is way better.
Here, it's the same pattern with his masturbation. June 4th, 7 a.m. Playboy 12-hour block.
He's like on a schedule.
Then he goes same day, 4 p.m. the Hot Network, and 4:30 p.m. Spice 23-hour block.
Stop. That's the same thing you did before.
Now here's like a guy in a frenzy.
You know what I'm thinking of Jeff Bloom in The Fly. Remember The Fly?
Yeah, but
had
listen
to
to
do it
this.
all the time.
The guy's whacking every single day. Then right the next day, June 5th, 7 p.m. Playboy 12-hour block. And then almost in the same 7 p.m. thing, the Hot Network.
These times are off.
Get out, Artie.
But you don't dispute that you're doing 3 a day, right?
Oh, my God.
No, I'm not. This is my point. When you see 3 in a day, that just constitutes one
What?
Session.
whack, whatever you want to call it.
Are you sure?
I'm not as sophisticated as you guys.
Yeah, but dude, on the 6th, for example, 7 a.m. you do Playboy 12-hour block. And then on the same day, 1 p.m., the Hot Network.
Is he saying that if you tune in to Playboy and buy it now, they charge you from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. no matter what time you're buying it?
Yeah. I'm not, believe me, I only need it for like 2 minutes.
Whatever.
I'll bet you at the
Why do
height
you
of...
keep buying it? It never works for you.
Hoping. He sees Playboy and he thinks it's going to work.
When you went to rehab,
Playboy Channel's the worst.
when you went to rehab, were you doing coke 3 times a day? Probably not. He's doing these channels 3 times a day. That's a lot.
I'm telling you, we need to give Artie more work.
But it's only, but 3 times a day constitutes one. It's not like I'm doing it 3 times.
But don't you feel dirty? Like you made the commitment to push the button for Playboy, and that's not doing it. Then you push again, and you're racking up money. Doesn't it feel a little funny?
It sucks because it's just 2 buttons you got to push. It's like betting with a bookie.
All right.
I was going to say, it's another one of those things where he doesn't have a hobby. He's not spending the money on anything else.
Right, exactly.
That was Artie's porno bill. All right.
Artie, please tell me every once in a while you're with a girl.
No, I am. Everything's fine there. It's just that I have a lot of free afternoons, and
I think this was before the girlfriend and him got real serious.
No, it's not.
No?
It's not at all.
May, June?
Howard, June 3rd was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I think she just got serious with him about 4 days ago.
believe me, everything's fine there. It's just that I have free afternoons, and I'm a
Let me ask you something. Now that you're getting laid regularly, are you still wanking it? You obviously are.
Well, in the afternoon, sometimes in the afternoons.
Wow. You got some libido, dude.
He's like
How often do you bang your girlfriend?
Well, with this schedule, not as much as I'd like.
My girlfriend was complaining last night. I had to do it to her.
It's mostly
Wait. She was
with me.
She said, "You're going to sleep. I need it." I said, "Okay, let me get myself together." What I do is then I take off my underpants that I sleep in, and when I'm naked, I feel sexy.
You get turned on.
With me, it's mostly.
And then I just hug her a lot, and then something happens.
See, it's got to be. With me, it's mostly weekends now.
Oh, really? We do it. We do it.
Well, you're not living with. You don't have her there.
I got a question for you.
No, not at all.
She can only take so much Artie.
Okay, I've always wondered this about you. For years, you are so rigid about your schedule. Somebody invites you to something, you're like, I go to bed at 9. Something amazing going on, I go to bed at 9. Okay, if at 9:15 your girlfriend wants to have sex, is that a problem?
No problem.
It doesn't matter. Whatever your schedule was to go to sleep, you can break
because I'm in bed.
Yeah.
He's in bed.
Yeah, I'm laying there.
And you're going to fall asleep right after you're done?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
See,
I just go, I love it.
He can hardly, he's probably on top of her still.
I fall right asleep like a baby. That is the greatest thing, man, after you bang.
After sex.
What?
Do you even clean up?
Yeah, I clean up.
After sex, I like to sneak off and get like a Kit Kat.
Me too, but I get an apple. You see, that's the difference in our lifestyle.
I like to get like a waffles. Waffles are the best because I like something
where are you
heavy.
gonna get that?
And then you just fall asleep like a baby.
See, like Beth said to me, listen, I said I'm gonna go get an apple. She said most people have like a cigarette afterwards. Or,
yeah, no, I like.
She said you have an apple, and I go, yeah, well, like. Artie eats a whole pizza afterwards, and she said, well, that's why Artie looks the way he does.
He would like waffles.
I appreciate as thin as he is for how much he eats.
I'm with you. I'm totally down with that.
Yeah,
All
he's
right,
amazing.
Time to play the game.
Yeah, wait, now that that's over, can we get to the embarrassing confessions?
Does your girlfriend know that you have this much porn on your bill?
She does now.
Yeah, you got to tell her to stop listening.
She learns everything from the show.
No. But listen, I thought, first of all, that bill is $287.
Right.
For the month. That's my cable bill.
Right.
And it just...
100 of it is porn.
100 is extra services, dude.
Right, but, well,
Dude, my Playboy or something.
My mother... No, yeah, but you see... All right.
You ought to just buy the whole package.
Are you afraid that your mother's listening right now, Artie?
Well, no. My mother knew that the bills were high because she saw...
How could your mother be embarrassed by the fact that you watch porno when you've been in rehab?
Howard,
porno's a nice habit.
No, you're right. I'm setting it up. I'm setting her up for the rest of
He does a bit in his act about how he made number 2 in his pants while he was on heroin.
Yeah.
So, like, how could that be?
I mean, how do you... So your mom knows you watch porn?
No. Well, the thing is this, is that... Well, it's still embarrassing to tell her. She knew the bills were high because she saw a check, and I kept telling her, I was ordering Ocean's 11 on
that's right. She does the bills.
Why do you have your mommy doing your bills, dude?
No. I do them, but she happened to see one of the checks.
How does your mother get so involved that she sees your check?
Because she's his decorator, and she cooks for him, and she's
well,
over there
she
cleaning
came
for
over to
him.
give me sandwiches.
Boy, dude, you're so tied in with that
What
mommy.
in the world is going on? He's got the mommy. He's got the porn.
Does she come over and make you bad? Be honest.
No, I got a broad who does that.
Yeah, broad. His girlfriend.
I hired a person.
Black girl?
One of them foreigners.
That girl.
You got a girl?
A Mexican.
A Mexican?
Yeah. Barely speaks English.
Si, senor Arnie.
Remember what Artie said, when they're foreign, he doesn't mind just following the whole place.
Yeah.
No. What I said was, you don't, because you won't interact with them on a personal level. She barely speaks English, so I don't care if she sees something about it.
Did you think use condoms are a universal language?
All right, look, I want to get to the embarrassing confessions. What we've done here is everybody jotted down 2 quick embarrassing confessions. Not necessarily sexual, but just stupid things you think would be embarrassing. And Casey's going to read them, and we'll see if we can guess them. First, Casey will read all the way through them.
All right.
And we won't guess.
All the confessions.
You want me to read all of them?
Oh,
yeah, but remember, randomly. We discussed that.
What if we do one at a time and we just guess who it is?
Well, because then it narrows it down later on.
Who cares?
Well, because...
Hey, I put 2 in there, too. Should I take them out or leave them in?
Leave them in.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah, you'll throw off the mix.
Okay, first one. When I go to the beach, I put makeup over my stretch marks.
Wow.
I know who that is.
That's really embarrassing.
I know who that is.
Hold it a second. Well, how do you know? Because they told you that?
No, but I
know who it is. Yeah.
I mean, you would think it would be a woman, so you know.
No, you don't. There's only one
It's
woman
Artie?
here.
I think so.
It's Artie.
Oh, man.
No. I did that.
That's a good one.
I did that one time.
Hey, dude, no explanation.
I did it one time.
See, mine isn't even that embarrassing.
Yeah, well, thanks, guys. I mean,
That's great.
I did it one time. I told no one. There were broads around.
What happened? He does have stretch marks.
I just gained a lot of weight.
Whatever.
It was right after.
No, he just had a baby.
It was right after.
What kind of makeup did you use?
When I went to rehab the second time, I put on an insane amount of weight,
right.
And I had a big gut and I had stretch marks. I was at the beach at the Jersey Shore. I don't know why I just didn't wear a shirt, but I found like one of the chicks that we were down the shore with had that cover-up stuff.
Did you ask her to put it on?
No, I took it out of her bag.
You stole it.
Yeah, but I put it back. I used a lot of it, though. And it was all, like, right here.
It would have been great if she said, oh, my God, my cover-up's missing. Someone stole it, and then accused
I
Artie.
use that much cover-up.
So I put makeup all over the...
Did it work?
Melted.
I mean, if someone noticed, they were nice enough not to say anything, but it kind of started to melt and everything.
Oh.
And then I went inside and washed it off and put a shirt on. I was on the beach with it for like a half hour.
How are your stretch marks now? Have they like disappeared somewhat?
Yeah, because I'm thinner.
Let me see. Oh yeah, there you. Oh no.
They're there, right?
Oh, man. Oh.
They're not.
Yeah, no, they're
Bad.
Who's that? Like you're looking at the friggin' elephant.
You know, Artie, seriously, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. My wife's got
Great game.
My wife's got 2 kids, and she doesn't have anything that looks like that.
Yeah, okay. I haven't led Jack LaLanne's life. All right?
Pardon me.
Yeah, I think we know that. I think we know I'm no Bruce Jenner.
All right, let's go to the next embarrassing
I love
confession.
how you guys tried to turn and look at me.
Well, I figured that's a girl confession.
Oh, see, it'd be too obvious it was wrong.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
Okay.
Jesus, can we get back to the porno bill?
This person went #1 in a bottle next to their bed, so they didn't have to get up.
God,
That's not embarrassing.
Come on, who does? I do
That's
that once a
stuttering
day.
He does
John.
that all the time, right?
John, that's not embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing.
That's John's?
John, you did more embarrassing things
Please.
at lunch the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
What a
please.
confession, John. Thanks a lot.
Rip off. Spin the wheel of sex.
Yeah. Ready? I sometimes cry during TV shows like ER.
Oh, I know that.
Gee, I wish that was Robin.
I know who it is.
You
I know,
watch
guarantee
ER?
What?
You watch
Wait, go ahead. Who is it?
Gary.
All right.
That's you? Oh, that's right. He loves
See,
ER.
I can't see Howard
That's what I'm
crying.
saying. Howard doesn't watch ER.
See, that's a good one.
Anthony Edwards died the other night. It was very sad.
And you cried?
I mean,
Well, I don't like
Really, I had a party.
I don't
real
weep.
tears come out, though.
Hey, I've been
See,
watching the show for 10
my
years.
embarrassing stuff is in line with that.
Isn't or is?
Is.
Yeah, okay.
So you cry at ER.
No, you know what? 10 years of watching the show. The guy
Let me ask you
died.
something. Have you ever watched ER and cried and then put makeup over your stretch marks at the same time?
That would be gay.
While ordering the Hot Network.
Go ahead.
Thanks, guys.
Passed out at a wedding as the best man.
Oh, that's not embarrassing. He passed out.
Yeah, who's that?
It's gonna be Fred.
Fred.
That's very embarrassing. You're in front of a church full of people?
All right,
You
good. All right,
pass
here we
out?
go.
I
That's
was drunk from the night before.
Whatever.
I've
Yeah,
done that
right.
twice.
Boy, if Fred would ever admit to something embarrassing.
Was that embarrassing?
Boy, Fred.
It was embarrassing to me.
Hold it. Richard Johnson's on from page 6. He wants to get.
What was that again?
You passed out from being drunk? That's kind of cool.
I didn't find that cool at the moment.
I
It was
know.
very embarrassing.
All right.
Can I call my mother?
Typical Fred.
You ready?
Putting makeup on your
your
stretch
stretch
marks.
marks.
I don't have stretch marks.
You've done.
You guys sucked me into this, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like reading Larry King books.
Ooh.
Oh.
I know.
That's Howard. Is that Howard?
What?
Is that
Get
you?
out, Howard!
But do you,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got it. That was my confession. Listen to this.
not for
I'm
material.
walking around. No, not for material.
You
like it.
enjoy his books?
I do. I got to tell you
bet.
something. I never admitted that before, but you know, on my library shelf, you've been to my apartment.
Yeah.
You know, I have books. I got Larry King's book, and I keep it like in my goofy book section.
Right. But
The other day, I'm sitting there on the bowl reading it, and I go, you know what? I got to admit it. I like reading Larry King books.
That's disgusting.
what do you like about him?
I like the anecdotes. I like you do. It's embarrassing.
That is.
It's very
You know what?
embarrassing.
It's not so embarrassing for a regular person, but for you,
I
No,
like
but
Larry.
he has goofed on those
I know,
very
I
anecdotes
know.
Yeah.
to the point,
Yeah.
yeah.
that
I'm
it's
like-
become uncool for anybody
You know what
to
I'm
read
like?
the book.
I'm like a gay man who gay bashes.
That's
You're
right.
self-hating gay man.
I'm a
Absolutely.
self-hating gay man.
Absolutely.
Instead of saying I like Larry King's books,
That's not so embarrassing. It's just wrong.
it's wrong.
No, you are the most heterosexual guy I know, but with the gayest habits.
Right. I know.
Honestly.
I know. I like reading
You're a
Larry King's
gay
books.
heterosexual man.
He's got one whole book of like his celebrity interviews and his anecdotes about it. And then I read one about.
You've read more than one.
I read them all.
Hey, Case, is this the one that we knew about?
Yeah, he said it on the air one time.
I never did.
No, I thought it was for material. It wasn't like he read
No,
it.
I read it because I
enjoyed
like it. I like it.
That's funny.
Believe me, that's like a James Caan type move compared to taping Dawson's friggin' Creek.
All right, come on.
Well,
how do you
you're
feel about-
looking at it in perspective. I really am offended by this.
But I got to know one thing: the column.
As a fan of literature.
And you know what? I want to meet other people who like it too.
Yeah, well,
I want to
start
start
your own chat
a Larry
room.
King chat room.
Howard, the column. You like it or not?
The column, no. The column I don't care about.
Because that would be really bad.
Column's
Well,
dumb.
the column's gone.
The
So.
column wasn't written by Larry King. Neither were his books. So whoever writes those, bravo.
Yeah, he should have had the same person writing the column as the books.
Yeah.
All right, keep.
Are you ready?
Well, okay. I admitted something embarrassing.
That's
Wait, my
not
next,
that embarrassing. It's just wrong because you
Yeah, I
really
guess.
bash him.
my next one's even more wrong.
Well, we'll see what that is. It's random, so we don't know that it's the very next one.
Let's see how you do, Princess.
Oh, I'm going to be embarrassed.
All right, let's see.
I cried at a Michael Jackson concert.
Oh my God.
Who did that?
It's got to be Robin.
No, I wouldn't go to a
Casey.
Michael
It's
Jackson
Casey.
concert.
You think I would go to a Michael Jackson concert?
Who would cry at
At
a...
a Michael Jackson
Is there somebody
concert?
that we don't know is playing that... Fred, did you
that
cry?
you,
That's not mine.
Artie?
Artie!
You guys suck at this game. You guys suck at this game.
How
I
did you...
passed out as a best man.
Yeah, Fred's
I
totally...
peed in a bottle.
Yeah, John.
Yeah,
No,
John,
in
you
bed,
suck.
in bed.
I do that twice a day.
John, you suck.
I didn't know.
All right, here, can I just explain myself?
Right.
When were you at a Michael Jackson concert? You were at that thing?
All right. Late 80s.
Was it during She's Out of My Life?
Oh, it
Late
was even the
80s.
late
You're on
80s.
coke.
Late 80s at the Garden. It was a bunch of chicks going that we knew, and we all went. And my father had just fallen, was a quadriplegic in a wheelchair.
Oh.
We happened to be seated.
Oh, yeah, use your father's illness.
Let me just say.
Yeah.
We happened to be seated right next to the handicap section. There were all people in wheelchairs, and he started singing that song, Man in the Mirror. And I got a little welled up.
Did you actually have real tears?
And I was
I mean, did you
crying.
boo-hoo or...
I believe
my-
you're crying at your stretch marks, but not.
And my buddy Danny was like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" And I go, "It's the weed, because we were smoking weed." And I said, "Oh, the weed is."
Affecting my
Yeah,
vision.
because sometimes you get like, and I blamed it on the weed, but I had to actually go to the bathroom
I mean, you couldn't compose
and
yourself.
compose myself.
Really? That broken up?
Boy, you must have bummed everyone out who was smoking that
That
night.
is so funny. That is so funny.
All right, all right.
You were
That's-
not
that's
even-
embarrassing.
you were
Go
not-
ahead, next one.
He wasn't even in the running for that one for me.
Next one.
1980 he did it.
This is 88ish.
Go ahead.
I stabbed myself in the leg with a knife.
Robin.
No.
Casey.
Fred.
That's
You
Casey.
did that, Casey?
Yeah, I did it. It was funny.
That's not embarrassing, though.
You're an idiot, too.
That's not
You
embarrassing?
mean you did it on purpose?
Yeah.
Why? How deep did you let the blade go in?
Well, it was probably about like that much. Like this dude.
3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, I guess this dude at a party had a knife, and I was gonna fight him. And when I went back like the next day, I was thinking like, what if like this guy stabbed me? So I took the knife and I stabbed my down by my calf with it. It was bleeding. It was great.
Mark of an 89 IQ.
Wait a minute. That's not embarrassing. Your brain.
That's stupid. It's not embarrassing.
All right, go ahead. It's not embarrassing. You don't even know the premise.
Yeah. I once pleasured myself with a full 𝗦𝗵cie jar.
I wish that was Fred.
Oh,
that's the kind of thing
yeah,
I'm looking
that's
for.
a good revelation.
Artie's out, right?
Artie's
Yeah, that should.
Go for Artie.
I'm going to say Gary.
Yeah. No?
John?
Yeah, it's got to
All
be.
right, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one, John.
And you know what? I burned it all. It burned so bad I didn't know.
It burned?
It burns. Who knew?
The
yeah,
menthol.
that 𝗦𝗵cie has that medicated stuff in it.
Because you stick your finger in a 𝗦𝗵cie bottle.
It's cool.
Yeah, it feels like it might be nice.
Yeah, you know what?
You're Mr. American Pie.
I never got into like different things.
I couldn't get laid. I need to do something.
How old were you?
Like 14, 15.
Dude, don't feel bad. I did the same thing with Bengay once.
Wait a minute.
Bengay.
Yeah, dude, it hurt like a best. Like after I finished, I put my underwear back on, and when it keeps the heat in, so it hurt like a bastard.
Well, the guy in American Pie used a pie.
Right. But, John, did you put the 𝗦𝗵cie back on the shelf?
No.
No, I didn't do it to completion. It burned immediately.
John probably ate coleslaw with his fingers.
So you took the 𝗦𝗵cie and put it back. Like when was this one? While you were married, or?
No, I was when I lived with my parents.
So your mom used that 𝗦𝗵cie?
Oh my God!
That's low. Oh, that is low. Yeah. So, like, was there a big hole in the middle?
You know what?
Oh, jeez.
You got to watch your kids, man. You really do.
Yeah, don't use anything.
How old were you?
He said
Like
about
14, I couldn't get laid. I was like, it looked like it might feel nice. So I put my finger in it first. And
All right, let's go on to the next embarrassing confession.
that was embarrassing, right?
That was good, John. That was.
I have
you
had
did
it.
yourself.
I have had an accident in my pants as an adult.
Robin, I know that. That's Robin.
How do you know that?
Because you sometimes laugh real hard and you pee.
No. That wasn't how it. I'm talking about
A
number
duty?
2.
Wasn't that why you were on the air and you tried to run to the bathroom one time?
No. It happened. Actually, it was. I remember the day distinctly because it was the day you did that Channel 5 show with what's his name? Where you handcuffed
Bill
him?
Boggs.
Bill Boggs. Oh, my God.
And I had been out in the morning, and I promised you that I was going to come and be there when you were doing your thing on the show. So I'm out, and all of a sudden I get deathly ill. I'm in my car on the way to go see. And I'm like racing to try to get somewhere, and everything just came out while I'm sitting.
Diarrhea?
In the car, yes.
Yucky.
And I'm wearing a skirt. And so now I've got to go find a place. And I had to go
Did
back.
it get on your skirt or just in your underpants?
No, it was just all over in the
In the underpants.
in the underpants. And pantyhose.
Oh.
Thank God for pantyhose.
Thank God, or else it would have gotten on your skirt.
Thank God for pantyhose. And I had to walk somewhere.
Was it a big load?
Oh, it was awful. It was like.
Oh my God!
Too bad they didn't have eBay back then.
Well, guess what? I then came to see you.
What did you do? Did you go to a public restroom and then throw it out?
Yeah, and I had to I used like tons and tons of paper towels.
Picture the stink.
And I took this whole
Picture it.
A big wad.
threw it away, and they're garbage.
You know what? You know what's funny about that? As I listen to that, not only can I imagine you doing that because you're such a lady, but I realized about a week, last week, I had a similar problem. I mean, I was sitting in my apartment, and I pushed out a fart.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just knew something. I was on the phone. I knew something was horribly wrong because everything just felt like too much. And because I eat a lot of fruit, and then I went right into the bathroom, and my gray Calvin Kleins were covered. They were covered in stuff. And then what I did was I whipped them off, got in the shower, rinsed off,
Well, at least you were at home.
Yeah, thank God. And I took my underpants off, and rather than throw them out because I love that underpants,
Oh, no.
and Ralph's the only one who sees them, so I just went in the sink, scrubbed them with some soap, and then they were wet. I kept them by the tub for about 2 days.
Yeah,
and
just let them dry and throw in the wash.
yeah, that's all.
Well, I was got to tell you, there was no saving this situation.
No, that
I
sounds
had.
bad.
Robin's panties probably look like a Jackson Pollock painting.
I read more embarrassing.
Wait a minute, I got to tell you, because then, like I had to clean myself up, and the whole time you're saying, I was like, yeah, Howard, you did a great job. I wanted to die because
Really?
I was just sick, and this horrible, and I wanted to go take a shower, and I still was there for you.
Well, thank you, Ron, but you really could have stayed home.
Can I just remind you that I had that same incident here about 3 years ago? Remember?
Yeah, I remember. I've heard that story, but it's different when it's Robin.
For a
that
guy-
was a good one.
Yeah, for a
Thank
guy,
you.
it's
All right, go ahead.
Okay. 𝗦𝗵cie_𝗿𝗍 was a major influence, and I feel bad that I was mean to him.
Oh, get out of here, Howard.
That's embarrassing to me.
Come on, Howard.
Yeah, but we know that for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
how
You?
embarrassed
Yeah,
you
of
should have
course.
been. Please, remember in Washington you revealed to me, in fact, you carried on because he was going to be a guest on the show. I looked at you like you had lost your
I
mind.
didn't realize you guys were going to go this crazy.
Can I feel?
That's the lamest one.
Can I say that?
All right, come on. My Larry King book one was good.
That's
Can I
good,
say
okay.
that I
That
feel?
wasn't embarrassing, it's just wrong.
I feel raped by this.
That's right, I
This is
actually
just.
want
I
to
feel
curse
like I've
now.
been
All right, go ahead.
Because you are just as bad as John.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know you guys were going to go that crazy. Go ahead, yes.
Much worse than me.
Your duty one isn't that embarrassing.
Oh,
We've all
get
admitted to
out.
dutying
Oh,
our pants.
please. I never did.
Wow, John masturbated when he was 14. Jeez.
Wow.
Call 2020.
Exactly.
Why?
I think my Larry King one is very embarrassing.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm embarrassed. Go ahead, Casey.
I own and sometimes listen to Barry Manilow music.
Oh, I'll tell you who that is.
For Gary.
I'm going to say Fred.
I'm going to say Gary because he looks guilty. All right, who else you got there? Go ahead, read some more.
One time during a foursome, I couldn't get aroused.
Oh, it can't be
Wait a
Artie.
minute. It's not Artie. It's
It's Casey.
Fred?
Oh yeah, it's Casey.
It's Casey.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, please. You know you can't get aroused.
We know because you're gay.
Did
Did the chick turn you off?
No, was it 3 more guys?
No, it was like, it was me and this chick, right? And we were on this one part of the couch, and then this other guy and this other chick, and they were getting busy. They were doing it, right? And then for some reason, I was having problems. Probably because like 4 in the morning, we were drinking.
Reason was because there were 2 girls in the room.
No, but then when I got in a different room, it was all right later.
Yeah,
right,
when
go
you
ahead.
and the guy were alone.
You have so much trouble getting aroused.
No, it only happened a couple times. I was in college. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, go ahead. Next one. I don't want to hear about you. More Artie revelations.
Artie, could you write some more?
I got a million of them.
Lied to an older woman about age to date her.
Oh, Fred, stop it.
Please.
Stop the madness.
That's
wrong.
That's not a revelation.
Let us go.
I was
Embarrassing.
15 years old. She
Oh,
was
wow, you
19
lied
years
about
old.
your age to get laid.
I gotta tell you.
How
proud of you.
embarrassing.
Oh, it's so embarrassing, Fred.
It was
You
embarrassing
really
to me.
humiliated yourself. You never revealed one embarrassing thing about yourself in your entire
Get
time
outta
here.
here. There's so many things that have been embarrassing to me on the other Rainbow Room, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but we found
Yeah,
that
we
out.
found it out. You never revealed
But
it.
those are embarrassing things. I haven't
you know
done
what?
a lot of
You
embarrassing
don't
things in my
realize?
life.
Oh, please.
Wait a second.
I've never pooped in my pants.
I have one for Fred, but let me go ask
I
him
have.
to say it.
He's just afraid to admit stuff.
He won't admit
Go ahead.
anything to us.
Go.
No, I want to go ask Fred if it's okay to say on the air.
No, don't just say
No,
it.
say it, because
Fred
he was
doesn't
supposed
care.
to reveal something.
Well, it was
He didn't.
so long ago.
Fred's revelations like, one night I didn't brush my teeth when I was drunk.
Ooh, I got drunk.
I mean, you know he's done
Wait a
tons of
minute.
embarrassing.
Reading Larry King is embarrassing.
Of course,
No,
because
it's
I
not.
goofed
I
on him for
said
years.
Stop it.
At least it's something.
That's not even embarrassing.
I
at all.
revealed
At least
everything
it's
else.
a revelation.
The poop is the revelation in the car, but for Larry King.
By the way, in another moment of candor, Fred admits he walked to work today.
See, no,
halfway.
for those 2 things for you to
How about
say.
like I once put up a dartboard at Howard and threw darts at it?
No, that's
Yeah.
Robin.
I was like, Robin stepped on my face.
But I
you go.
admitted it.
Yeah.
I never did.
What do you go ahead, Gary? What's your Fred revelation?
I don't know.
Come on, Gary.
Gary.
We
No, I
need a
don't know, you know,
revelation from Fred.
I don't
He
think
owes
it's
us.
a long time ago, so I don't think I'll be embarrassed by it.
Wet
But
my bed.
no,
What'd he do?
What'd he do?
Fred,
He came on to you?
Fred, no,
Oh,
You guys
I-
tongue
no,
kiss?
I said that. There was a period of time, Fred, when I first met you, where I would guess that you hadn't gotten laid in a pretty good stretch of time. Correct?
That's not even an unusual guess. That's right on.
Okay. Did you ever?
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Did you ever just Did somebody ever write you a letter who was a listener?
No, that's been done on the air.
It has?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Fred got a letter from a listener, and Fred called her and banged her, but sight unseen.
Yeah.
Well, that's at least a revelation.
Yeah, thank you.
But that was that's been discussed on the air.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
You got a letter from a listener and went and banged her?
I could have sworn
that was your wife, I thought.
No, that was a different listener.
Oh, that was a dial-a date.
No, it was funny because Fred came back and he was like a different guy. He was like rejuvenated.
He was like Spock.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
what happened to that girl? Is she alive?
Or is that the one you had the shovel
No, I think
for?
she's still alive, and I just, I got embarrassed by the whole thing. I felt bad because
you used her.
I used her.
Yeah,
and I felt really badly about that.
He did it once, and then he went another time, and then he got embarrassed.
And then
He went again.
Oh yeah, twice to the well.
Now there's a revelation.
No kidding. Was she hot?
She was okay looking. Hey, for a letter writer, she was good.
All right, forget it. All right, read the rest of them, Casey. Go ahead.
I like to finish furniture. It's my new hobby. I've been spotted at craft stores.
Robin. Oh, please. And you, please.
I can't. My head's going to explode from that.
I'm embarrassed about that.
Artie really gave of himself today. I have to say.
He did. Artie took
I am
one.
embarrassed about that.
Can I just...
You didn't know that.
This is like when we told Billy West we were going to all take pictures of our nut sacks. We said, Billy, we're all going to take pictures of our nut sacks, and on the air we're going to try and guess whose is who. I said, why don't you go first? He took a picture of his nut sack, and no one else did it. I still got that picture. We got it with the Polaroid. Yeah.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Last one.
That was last.
I organize my clothes by season and type.
Let me think. Well, it's not
Well,
Gary.
it can't be Artie.
I'm leaving.
Can't be Artie. Can't be Fred.
Is that Gary's second?
It ain't me. I had done too.
Gary's obsessive compulsive like that.
KC, right?
Did you?
Yeah, it's Gary.
By season and what?
And
What,
color?
And he crossed
The
this one
Hampton
out.
Buoy and Boss Buoy and
You know, for all that work, man, you still look like hell.
I know I have crappy clothes, but I'm still like crazy about them. So, for instance, there's clothes that are long sleeve shirts that I only wear in the winter, and they go on one side of the closet.
You won't wear a long sleeve shirt in the summer?
It's too hot. No, I try not to wear long sleeve shirts in the summer. And then the pants are all hung on things.
Okay, I just...
Artie, you were raped.
I don't think
You were raped.
All right, I will take it back right after these words. I got to take a break. Artie was raped. Say. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? This is, what is this, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. We're almost done with the week. We're getting there. With any luck, it'll be over soon. I had a busy day yesterday. As you know, I was resigning yesterday, which I offered my resignation.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't mean to make a bit out of this, but... and now it's being dealt with.
Things are being taken care of?
Well, we'll see. This is what they're telling me, but they told me that 3 times already.
Really?
Yeah. Things are being taken care of. But it never is. Everybody's afraid. Got a big show for you today. A woman... all right, let's take a break, and then...
A woman.
You know what I'm thinking, don't you? Can't you guys read my mind? Do I have to really say everything?
You're like telepathic.
Yeah. Aren't I telepathic?
No.
I should read my mind. What is it, Baba Boo?
I'll help you promote something coming up. Great piece of tape. Mike Piazza homeless game.
Mike Piazza homeless game. Ooh, I want to play that. Wow. How exciting is that?
Mike Piazza was quizzed yesterday.
He certainly couldn't be homeless. He's got, what, 95 million?
No, but we're playing the homeless game.
He answered the questions that we asked homeless.
Good. That's it. That's my boy. Mike Piazza. I like him. 95 million. David Duchovny will be here.
Oh.
David Duchovny.
That's why I came to work.
That's right. Yeah. Why don't you love me, David Duchovny?
I wrote that song.
Yeah. You and a lot of other women. And also that guy who makes songs for pets. Did you bring your cats in?
I have 2 cats with me
Yeah,
today.
we're going to test out this tape on Robin's cats.
Oh, man.
And a woman who won Queen for a Day will show us her new breast implants. Looking forward to that.
And she's got them.
Dr. Calabro working on that. All right, listen, we're going to take a break. We have so much to get to this morning, but first, one of those breaks, and then we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to a man whose gas is responsible for the hole in the ozone layer. Howard Stern.
God, I don't know if I can say this. Hey, I'm Carol Alt, and you're listening to the man who pops Viagra like Tic Tacs, Howard Stern.
Whatever happened to that win? He, disappeared off the planet.
I don't know now. Running away. I just wanna.
Turn that off. Give me a headache.
Who are they?
Who is it? I like that. What is that? Vixen. Those are some hot chicks. I bet.
Guys who look like you.
Right.
Oh.
We had Stone Temple Pilots in here yesterday. Did a great
I
job.
thought about them all day.
At night.
I did.
Did you lay down in bed and get out that vibrator of yours? That massive...
You know that vibrator wore out.
I get on the scale every morning waiting to lose weight, and I don't.
Waiting? You don't wait to lose weight. You have to work.
I do. I don't know what else to do. I swear I don't eat a lot of food. Well,
You stop drinking.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking. I stopped drinking.
And you're back on your very strict diet?
Yeah. Well, yeah. As strict as I always am, You know me. I'm very strict. Tell you what I ate yesterday. I forget what I ate. Who cares?
And did you work out yesterday?
Yeah, I went running. I ran.
Well, how fast do you run?
I did 4 miles in I did about 3.6 miles in about 34 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
No.
That's pretty fast.
What is that, 10-minute miles?
And a little under. Like 9. I mean, listen, short of having a heart attack, I seem to be running a lot faster than most people.
Well, maybe you're just building muscle. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just huge. I don't know. I'm sick of the way I look. I always hated the way I looked. Always in high school, I hated the way I looked. Couldn't stand it. I had the long hair, but...
You tried. You tried to be in.
My mother wouldn't let me wear jeans to school, so I had to wear Levi's.
You did the best you could.
Yeah. That schnoz.
Well, now you can dress any way you want.
Well, yeah. Look at me. Tony told me today I wear clothes very well.
Yeah.
That was the first time anyone in my life ever told me that. And I'm very touched by that. I never considered myself...
And that doesn't give you any greater appreciation.
No, it's just Tony. I mean, what does she know?
She liked it. There must be more like her.
And I'm complaining to Tony about my hair. But it's not her fault. It's just... I don't know if I like having long hair anymore. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
You know, the other day when I showed you the Celine Dion pictures, you said, I think I ought to cut my hair.
Yeah, like Celine Dion. Look as ugly as her.
She looks like she did it herself.
Yeah, what is that? She's got a nasty-ass face. She's worse looking than me. She's got that big old jaw.
Everything is wrong.
She's got a Jay Leno jaw.
Yeah. She's got the big jaw, and those teeth don't look right in her head.
Right. Yeah, why the long face, Celine?
Can't help it.
Why the long face? Unbelievable. So, I don't know. So, I like to be thin.
Yeah, and you are thin.
And I got a pretty good physique, except for my belly. I'm thinking of calling Dr. Baker and letting him lipo it out. Because I can't stand it. But see, something about that goes against my grain.
Because you didn't do it.
Yeah, you should be able to get into spectacular shape.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
But it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
You know what? The problem is that we see all these beautiful people in Hollywood.
All day.
And they claim that they worked for it.
Right.
And they didn't.
And some of them don't have to because they're just genetically superior.
Yes, for the most part, it's surgery.
It is. You will sign a document claiming that that's true?
I believe that it's surgery.
Really?
Yes, they all lie. Every other person in California is a plastic surgeon. The others are actors.
Really?
How could they all stay in business?
You think that every actor has a plastic surgeon attached to them?
Absolutely.
Wow.
They have their own personal plastic surgeon. It's
wow.
fine.
Look at you. Coming out with a whole expose on plastic surgery.
That better be.
I don't know. And then, in high school, I never liked the way I looked. Is that your cat?
There's somebody who sympathizes with.
Is that your cat?
That's my cat.
I want to try that tape out on your cat.
Sure.
But how can we do it?
We're going to put them in the green room.
Oh, good.
Put the tape, and have a camera on them and put the tape on, see what happens.
Hey, Gary, where's the tape? I got to find out. See what Robin's cats do to this tape.
There's Kelly saying hello. I like your look.
Hello, Kelly. What kind of cat is that? It looks like it's dying.
Oriental short hair.
Ah.
And what? Feed it? That's how they look.
I like a house cat. I don't know what that is.
Well, one of those here, too.
You do good. Yeah, I don't think it works on them Orientals.
He won't understand.
All right, there's Robin's cat.
Kelly's a very famous cat. Kelly was in a calendar.
Right. That's right.
The starving cat calendar.
Stop that. He's very healthy.
Right.
It took him about 7 years to get up to 8
Cat seems to like you. It's like right on your shoulder there.
Yes, that's my baby.
Yeah. I don't think that cat knows you from a hole in the wall.
Get out of here.
I never got the feeling from cats that they really know you.
He knows me. They all know me.
Yeah, you feed it once, it's yours.
No.
And my dog knows me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, your dog.
No, you should see how that dog follows me around. Yeah, hey.
Where?
My house. What used to be my house. I was there yesterday. Yeah, what?
Howard, music is queued up in the cassette.
All right, now take Robin's cats and stick them in the green room.
Yes.
I got to find out what's going on here.
See, I'll have to take them. They can't take them.
Why? You mean your cats will not be handled by anyone else?
Well, I don't think they'll go to them.
I guarantee you. Wait, sit there. I bet you can bring Anne-Marie and Casey in, because those cats will go right to them.
And also, Howard, Robin Radzinsky's dog is here as well.
All right, well, I don't want to put the cats with the dogs.
See, he's scared.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I went right to Casey.
He didn't go. Casey grabbed him. Come on, Pip.
All right, stick that damn cat in the green room, and let's see if this thing rocks. Supposedly, this guy put out a tape that if you play for animals, they freak out. Like, they start moving around to it and stuff and really get... You could put the cat in there? Well, someone will get it from you. Oh, there goes Robin. Oh, Robin's bringing it to the green room.
I must handle it myself.
Her cats are like her children. They're all running away from her. All right, so now I'm going to play some music. If you have animals in the room, keep them there and see what they do. Are we ready, Case? You're getting a wireless? Now, what do you explain? You talk to the guy. What is the cat supposed to do when they hear this? First, he's such an idiot. He says to me, Howard, you got to hear this tape. What is this? No, okay.
No, cassette.
Cassette?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, hey, Howard, you got to hear. What is this noise I'm hearing now?
Mike is buzzing, Casey.
What mic is that? What do you have, a wireless mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our equipment. It sounds great. Listen to this. That's the wireless mic. Anyway, we're always prepared every morning. Isn't Scott... Forget it. So he's supposed to...
He can't possibly check every piece of equipment, I'm sure.
No. That would require work.
He doesn't get here early enough.
Yeah. It's still humming. But anyway, don't bother me with that now. What did you tell me that this guy said? Okay. He goes, this guy has a tape. This is, I swear what he says. He goes, Now, only animals can hear this tape. So he starts playing it for me, and I'm listening to it. I go, how come I can hear it?
What am I?
Oh, and he's like, what? Like, you don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I know what I'm talking about. See, he made the tape, and it's a couple octaves higher. There's some things that you can't hear that only animals can hear.
You can't hear it. So, in other words, it's probably not there.
No, it is there. It's only a couple octaves higher. So he says he's got stories about all these women who call him up and say, when I put this tape on, the cats are like mesmerized.
All right, so why don't we take the tape?
Do we have
now, I don't know.
Are we going to be able to see this?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully. I don't know
what are the cats supposed to do?
They're supposed to like it.
How do you know they like it?
I know what he said.
Wait, in case he talks to people and doesn't know what they say.
No, it's funny, too, because I was here when he was explaining it to you when he played you the tape, and it was funny.
Yeah.
Because you go, I thought I wasn't supposed to hear this. And he goes, those high parts, do you hear that? And you go, no. But I hear that other stuff. And he couldn't, like, every time you ask him something, he changes his mind.
Yeah, I know.
But the deal is that the cats or the dogs are supposed to stop whatever they're doing and just stare right at the speaker. And
That's not what he claims, but he says it has happened before.
Oh,
well, then that's a claim.
He said a lot of people write him letters and stuff and say, when we go on long trips and my cats are all over the place, I put this thing in the tape player and they stop and they love it.
All right, let's just do it. Yeah, what is it?
All right, hold on. Rodents keep going under the couch and not coming in.
Well, that's why you're going to play the tape.
Play the tape. That's good. Yeah, so
they're rodents. How dare you?
That cat does look like a rodent.
I know.
It does. Oh, do you like the look of that?
I always tell them they're the ugliest cats.
Somebody said it looks
ugly cat.
It looks like baby Simba from the Lion King.
Oh, it's so ugly.
There he goes.
Right under the couch.
Yeah, they're so happy in there. Were they under the couch when I was with them?
All right, you ready? I'm going to play the tape right now. Put a microphone on in the green room. You guys got the mic on? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, ready.
All right, here we go. Where is the goddamn tape? Here we go. All right, here we go. Hey, you got to be a rocket scientist to work this equipment. Back to the music. So far, the cat ran right back under the couch. I don't see him coming out of the couch. I hear our microphone's really sounding crappy.
Right.
Yeah. Listen to that. We don't have a microphone that even works right. Listen to it cutting out.
Wait.
Oh, wait. Here comes the cat. The cat's coming out. Can you get a microphone that works, Scott, and test the equipment out?
Stop doing it while we're trying to do something.
Yeah, I mean, it's so distracting. He sits and fiddles. Hey, look.
He seems to like it.
Oh, my God. The cat is going right up to the...
Where's the speaker?
Where is the speaker?
He's going to the speaker. He's going right up to the speaker.
Oh, my God. It works. The cat is going right up to the speaker.
Well, he's going away.
Now he's running away. Great job on the microphones, by the way. It's just spectacular. Good thing I come in and do my job.
Where's Pip? Pip hasn't come out.
Well, your cat's pretty active to this music.
He looks like
He's meowing a lot. Does he meow all the time?
Yeah, he's a loud cat.
But now he seems to be ignoring it.
But you know what? He did come out from underneath the couch.
But Pip hasn't. So I guess it doesn't work on every cat.
Where's the other cat? I don't see it.
Does anybody know?
Listen how annoying this music is.
I know, it's horrible. How could you stay in the room all the time?
All right, now I'm going to play Stone Temple Pilots from yesterday and see if they do the same thing.
Okay.
All right? I guarantee you it's the same stupid thing.
There's Pip is under the couch and won't come out.
He likes that, too.
Likes that, too. Likes Stone Temple. Coming out again.
The speaker's right there.
There you go. He's doing the same thing. Same effect. Stone Temple Pilots. And that's a racket. You play that for your cat, and it does the same thing it always does.
How much does he charge people to group them like this?
I'm not sure, but anything is, listen, $20 a tape. You're in business.
Too much.
Yeah, you're in business.
That's it.
You want to try it on Scooby?
Who's Scooby?
That's Robin's dog.
Yeah, throw the dog in there.
Robert Rzitsky's dog looks a lot like Robin Quiver's cat. This little chihuahua.
Oh, who would want a chihuahua?
She loves that dog.
Oh, God, I like a nice big dog. You might as well get a cat.
She says that dog changed her life.
Really?
Yeah. She hated New York, and then she got a dog, and she loved it.
That's some life. Oh.
In New York, you have to have a cat.
Robin's got a great dog story, by the way. a model gave her the dog, and then felt really bad and wanted it back. And Robin's like, "Hey, listen, this is my dog. Stop bothering me.
Yeah, don't give it to me if you don't want me to have it."
Everybody's fighting over the dog.
Put him over there.
Dog does look like my cat.
It does.
And you know what else is funny, Howard? When Robin Rzadzinski goes running in Central Park, she's got this homeless guy. She gives him $1, and he watches Scooby while she runs.
Really?
You're kidding.
She couldn't love the dog that much.
No, he's very reliable.
Really?
A reliable homeless guy.
Exactly.
First reliable homeless guy ever. All right, they're taking the cats out. Casey's removing the cats. I would let you hear the activity, but we don't have microphones.
We don't have microphones that work.
Yeah, we have a radio show with no microphones. But the camera is great. I see they've turned off the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The audience at home is probably enjoying that. Oh, man. So...
This is so funny. Robin won't bring her dog in while the cat's in there.
Well, it's probably not a good idea.
The cat would eat her dog.
All right, here we go. Now the cats are back with you, Robin?
One of them is, at least.
All right, I'm going to play that stupid music now. And we'll see what happens. I guarantee you nothing. It's so stupid. Let's see if he comes in the room. Well, he did come in when he heard the music.
Robin, he's walking behind Robin. He's got to get out of there.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Right. All right, she's leaving.
All right. Now let's see what he does.
He's doing the same thing the cat did.
He's losing his mind.
He's looking for Robin.
Robin, is your cat still underneath the couch?
One of them is.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's looking for the cat. He could care less. He wants to get out.
Yeah, he could care less.
He's trying to get out of here with this music. Why am I wasting my time?
The other cat never came out.
Yeah. All right. Well, there it is. Proof positive that nothing happened with these animals.
Casey duped again.
Yeah, Casey. It's supposed to work.
The music works on
Go
Casey.
crazy. Maybe I should have played Mark Harris. I got a new Mark Harris song. I'm sure the animals would like that.
She's kitty suicide.
Let's see that work.
No, I'm afraid of that. Mark Harris has a new tribute to Betty Davis, the screen
Thank
actress.
God she's dead.
I thought you might at least be amusing, but you turned out to be dull and stupid as though afraid. Well, you needn't be. I won't hurt your Sunday school romance.
Would it be wrong to kiss?
So he's singing about kissing women who are from the movies.
Seeing I feel like this. Would it be wrong to try?
Worst song he's ever sung. He's saying, I'm gay, so would it be wrong to kiss seeing that I feel gay?
Yeah, it's wrong. Especially in this day and age. Everything about him is wrong. Would it be wrong to kiss?
Would it be wrong to stay?
Yes, it would.
Here in your arms this way. Under the starry sky.
Oh, the animals are going toward the radio.
That vibrato.
If it is wrong.
That's a Jerry Lewis impression. He's so good.
You don't understand?
No.
He obviously went to a studio. Has he not run through all that Martha money yet? I mean, he's always flying,
right.
recording.
He must have gotten a good investor.
And gutting houses.
Yeah, he's
Because
busy.
that wasn't a lot of money. It was like, what, $3 million or something?
At the end of the day.
Wow.
Right.
He's a good, he's a genius, I guess,
Financial genius.
Parcels it out.
Well, that was exciting.
Yes.
Figuring out
Experiment.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about a guest that wants to come on the show.
Who?
A musical guest. You know the band Tool?
Oh, I know them well.
Well, the lead singer and the drummer have a band called Perfect Circle. They're on the 9 Inch Nails tour, and they wanted to know if they could stop by.
Tell them no.
Tool doesn't want to stop by.
No,
Well, it's the two guys from Tool.
You tell them no. You tell them that I hate them, that they lied to me, and that I will do them no favors.
They have some nerve.
Remember. No, the band Tool, which I am a big fan of, I'll be honest.
You like the music anyway.
I sure do. And when I was putting together the Private Parts soundtrack album, they were the first band I went to. I said, do you guys want to be a part of it? I love the band. They gave me this 11-minute song, And they're telling me, yeah, fine, it's locked in. Yeah, you can have it. You know, we have to pay for it and everything, but fine. And I don't know, like a week before the album is about to go to press, they're like, nah, we don't want to give it to you.
A week before?
11 minutes I got to fill on the album now. I don't have, you know, that puts you in a really bad position. I mean, that was really bad.
That's a big hole to fill.
Yeah, it was a real big hole to fill. And I was just like, you know what, man? I said, you guys got to be kidding me. Couldn't you have told me this like weeks ago? Oh, we never told you. Our manager told you. And blah. I said, you know what? I don't care. Your manager is you. And I don't care who tells me. You guys, you know, gave me this song.
You blocked out the spot on your album.
Yeah, real cool, man.
Why didn't they want...
I mean, I would have been fine. Just tell me from the beginning I can't. Why are you sending me the song then if I can't have it? They're going, well, you misunderstood. I go, well, then don't send me an 11-minute song. It was
I just wanted you to hear it.
It was a remake of Led Zeppelin's, I think it was The Ocean.
No Quarter.
No Quarter. That's what it was. Yeah, No Quarter. And they do an 11-minute version. It was kick-ass. I played it for you, remember?
Yeah, really good.
And I played it for you and they said, hey, this is going to be on the album.
I know.
And in fact, the record company wanted to cut it down and make it like 7 minutes or 6 minutes. And I said, no, man, this thing's cool.
Yeah.
You don't cut something that's good. Put all 11 minutes on. So I'm sitting there and I'm, you know, sticking up for the band and blah, 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 blah. And I said, man, if they ever need a favor, count me out. I was so pissed I was going to tell Kingston, call all the radio stations, all the Infinity radio stations, and ask them not to play any more Tool, but I realized that wasn't going to happen.
You started to mount a major war and they decided not to.
I remember how angry you were.
Yeah, I know, because it was like the last minute. I got to go fill 11 minutes on an album I thought I had covered.
In fact, there's sort of a cryptic message on the liner notes of the album. I always wondered if it was for them.
Yes, it is.
It says, you know who, you'll get yours.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and they will. They will get this, because I'm like an elephant. I got a big fat ass and I never forget. And I got a big long trunk. I don't forget. I really don't forget. So tell the guys from Tool or whoever their new band is to eat me.
That's the exact words.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Go on some other show.
No.
Eat me.
You want to eat me?
Right. You eat me.
You want...
You know, I mean, really, who cares about their new band? I hope it sucks. Does it suck?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I hope it does.
Let's hope it bombs.
I hope it bombs.
I don't understand why two guys in a band have to form another band, but the Tool's not broken up.
Right.
Right. You know why.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's a tryout.
Unbelievable. So, yesterday I was real busy. Yesterday I did this radio show here. Blew my stack over something that Gary had told me while I was on the air. I was in the middle of dealing with that.
I don't want to upset you.
I don't want to upset you, boss ball.
Well, if I have to tell you something, because it directly affects the show.
Right.
You're on in 5 seconds, so don't listen to this throw you.
Right. Yeah. I shouldn't throw you at all. Anyway, so, but he did the right thing. He told me. And I went berserk. And I'm still going berserk over it. I called my agent after a while. I said, listen, I can't call anybody because I'm gonna kill him. You know, these guys are making me nuts. I don't have enough on my mind.
Yeah.
So then, my own company distracting me. You know, shenanigans. So, those cats going to be meowing the whole show?
I'll put him in the other room.
Good.
He's very loud.
Give him the gas.
They're Siamese, only they don't have points, and so Siamese talk all the time.
Oh, really? You want points? I wonder what that is. I don't want to know.
Like the dark face a Siamese has.
Oh.
Siamese have the dark face and the blue eyes.
Oh.
And then...
I did know that. I forgot it, though.
Oriental short hairs are colored. You know, they have every other color of the rainbow.
Right. Don't say colored, say black.
Oh, they're cats of color.
Right.
And they have green eyes.
Yeah.
They're, you know, all Siamese.
I hear you.
Same traits.
All right, so yesterday, talking about my day, so I did the show, and then I said, well, I'm so angry I ought to go blow off some steam, so I went running. But that didn't help. I got even angrier during the ride.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get... What happened to your endorphins? You're supposed to get euphoric.
Didn't work. This company can drive me so crazy that running doesn't even work. I was running on Tom's face.
Oh.
You know how that is.
I know how that is.
You can't make fun of me for that. Anyway, I was so angry. And then I called over to my agent's office. I got the good news that Son of the Beach has been renewed.
I knew it would.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 7 new episodes will be shot. So,
excellent.
The guys are busy writing the episodes.
I bet you the cast is overjoyed.
Yes, the cast is overjoyed.
Yeah, they should be sad.
I spoke to Lila, 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 myself.
Oh, did you call her?
Oh, yeah. Well,
she'd
called me. I called her. We're friendly off the set now. We do talk to one another.
Wow.
Yes. But that's about it.
Just talk.
Yeah, we just talk. We don't screw.
Well, maybe you'll have one of those situations where all of a sudden a friendship blossoms into something else.
That's what I'm hoping for. Nah, I just want to be friends with her. She's so fascinating.
She looks like a friend.
Yeah, she's the type of girl I just want to know.
I just like to talk to her.
I wonder if girls like that know that you're not interested in being their friend.
No.
They don't.
No.
They have no clue. Yeah.
Oh, he's so nice. We're friends.
Right. Oh, great. Maybe I'll stop calling. I think it's a waste of time. But she's a Scrabble partner. So anyway, so everyone is excited. Tim Stack, the star of Son of the Beach, is very excited.
Yeah. And, of course, Jim. What's the other guy's name?
Jim and Dave.
Yeah.
Jim Morganson, Dave Morganson.
They must be...
No, Jim Stein and Dave Morganson.
Yeah, they must be ecstatic.
Yeah, they are ecstatic. Everyone's very thrilled.
Excellent. So now
we were like, hey, it's a dopey cable channel. Can't we get a renewal?
Oh, yeah, you're so, it's not ABC.
Yeah, it's not like we're getting a renewal from ABC. It's from the goddamn FX channel.
But it's something. And is there going to be a break in new
shows?
Episodes because of this?
Yeah, we haven't even started writing the scripts yet.
Oh, dear.
The boys haven't even sat down and come up with some scripts.
So then what's going to happen? We'll see the 6 weeks you got.
We'll see the 6 weeks. I don't know what happens on... I guess maybe they'll repeat them or whatever. I don't know. Whatever they do over there at FX. But I didn't get a chance to call Jeremiah Bosgang and Peter Liguri.
What the plan was.
Yeah, but Jeremiah Bosgang should be thanked. This is one of the hardest-working executives in television and one of the easiest to work with.
Is that right?
Absolutely. This is the guy I deal with over at FX, and this guy is a prince.
You will say he's easy to work with.
Easy. So in the middle of getting that news, I was on the phone to Paramount, UPN, Tom Noonan, the great Tom Noonan, working on Doomsday, the cartoon, listening to what's going on over the shenanigans over there. And
look at you.
Tom is a brilliant guy. I'll go to my grave saying
You'll give him that.
I don't care what anyone says. I like listening to this guy. And he was talking to me, and we had a little meeting.
He had a lot to say.
That's right. He had a lot to say. Film Roman had a lot to say, which is the animation company, and I was like an executive. I sat there and I listened. I listened, and then I had a drink.
Oh.
No, it was actually good. I like those guys over there. That was easy.
All right.
And then I had some other meeting. I don't know. I'm constantly meeting.
Are all these meetings on the phone, or are you actually seeing people?
Some are on the phone, and some are seeing people. I got so many meetings, I can't be at all of them. Sometimes I'm in a meeting with people face to face, and I got to take the phone call to take the other meeting. I said, excuse me, I'm in another meeting now.
I hold 2 meetings at once.
Right. That's right. So there it is. I mean, I was meeting all over the place. Then I got out to Long Island.
When do you run if you're doing this?
Oh, I do it all, baby.
You're running on the phone.
Honey, you couldn't keep up with me. Then
you go out to Long Island.
Then I went out to Long Island.
You're an amazing... You're like Superman.
I'm like Superman. Well, that's why I'm dead.
The globe.
Yeah, I'm like Regis.
Wow.
And then I went out to Long Island to have dinner with my daughter, Deborah.
Uh-huh.
And I told her, you know those Mariah Carey tickets I got you? $800.
You told her.
I told her. And she was like, so what?
I told you they don't understand.
And I said, she was like, I don't care. And I went, do you know how much $800 is? Robin says you guys don't know what $800 is. She goes,
tell her I said it.
I said, I have to take out a loan just for those Mariah Carey. And then she freaked out. She was like, what do you mean? You were irresponsible with money. You a loan for that?
You're broke.
Right. That can make any kid nervous. So we had a little dinner.
Did you cook or you take her?
No, this time we brought in. We had no time.
So the food is arriving, you're arriving.
I have it all scheduled. I arrive as the food arrives. It's unbelievable. Oy vey.
What a planning. Can you imagine mapping out this day?
Yeah, then I'm going crazy.
All these things
converging. And then my agent calls in and he goes, we're going to need a meeting with so-and-so. And I go, I don't know when I'm free. I'm busy.
I got to look at like a graph.
I don't think I want to be this busy anymore.
I wouldn't imagine that you would want to do this all the time.
Well, what happened now that this production company's there, now everybody wants to do a show.
But that's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but I gotta live a little, right? There's got to be time to drink with Jackie and smoke some of that ridiculous bud he has.
Sitting by the phone.
That's right.
Weed.
Right. You know, I'm not getting any poontang. I need some poontang.
You don't have any poontang time.
I need somebody to give me some poontang real quick.
Write it in. You got to put that on the schedule.
I'm a single man. A man needs poontang. How many more years you got left on the planet?
When are you going to get the poontang? On the way back in the car?
Yeah, I got to schedule in some poontang in the car.
Keep your pimpan strong.
My pimpan's non-existent.
Pimpan strong. Hey, yo, you got to keep your pimpan strong.
I got to get poontang.
I would keep your
You're going to be like those guys in The Sopranos.
Yeah, I want to screw during the show. I want to like go in the bathroom and screw girls.
Just like you have to have several meetings at once.
Right.
The poontang is going to have to be done with something else.
I want poontang.
Allison's gone. That's a shame, but you got to keep it.
Bring those cats in here. What's his name, Tut?
These are male cats.
Oh, I don't care. Oh, you think that's gay? You think that's weird? Hey, I'm not weird. I want to have sex with a female cat. People talk. All right, shut this guy up, will you? Give me a headache. Yeah, so it was a busy day yesterday, and I'm running around. A little executive. Mr. Kinsey, you know, I got a lot going on, man. I should have had all this going on in high school. Then I really would have gotten laid.
Right. You should have been like that Buffy character the other night, the guy who could make everybody believe.
Oh, don't tell me. No, and then I get home.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, you want to know why?
What?
I get home last night, and first of all, Dawson's Creek is on Wednesday night, and they moved Felicity
to Wednesday after Dawson's Creek, which is where it started, isn't it?
Yeah. So I get home. I'm ready to get in bed. I get a call or something. I go to put on my cable. Cable's out on my floor.
Really?
And the guy above me, too.
I thought you had satellite.
I do, but you can't get the WB on satellite.
On satellite.
I couldn't watch my shows. My TiVo can't tape what I don't get.
Right. If it doesn't have a signal, it can't tape it.
I am begging somebody out there. Get me, and I don't think I have Buffy the Vampire Slayer now. I don't know if I do or don't. I can't check my TiVo.
Last night. I mean, that was Tuesday night.
I don't know if I had my cable. And I can't check my TiVo. Once the cable's out, you can't even get into your TiVo.
Really?
I think so. I don't know what's going on.
You can get into your now showing.
I don't think I can. God damn it. I'm telling you. I can't. Screw that Cuban kid. This is a tragedy.
That's right.
So I need the audience's help, or somebody out there at the WB. I need last night's Buffy.
And Dawson.
Tuesday night's Buffy, Dawson's Creek. I call my daughter. I go, I'm missing Dawson's Creek. She goes, well, you should live with us.
Oh,
Pow! Pow, right in the face. I go, you should be a lawyer.
I don't know what your problem is, Dad. Cable's working over here.
Pow! Oh, yeah.
We got it all 20 cents.
Pow! And I'm like, well, I would if things you could have got.
Now I take it out every time.
Wow. Oh, man, you don't know the half of it. You want to know why I drink? Give me a drink. I'll drink right now. All right, kick me in the other ball. Pow.
What was she supposed to say?
I don't know. You didn't see that kid's too smart.
Something comforting.
I love that kid.
You can take it.
Something's wrong with me. The more they mouth off to me, the more I love them.
You can take it.
I do. I did take it. I don't care. She's right. Man.
Like cable never goes out on the other.
Yeah, it does. Oh, shoot. So that was my day. And then before I went to bed, I spoke to Lila.
Uh-huh.
Called me.
Well, that made it better, didn't it?
Yeah. I listened to her story for her.
Oh, dear. She had a story.
Well, yeah, we talked. We had a nice conversation.
She's telling you her problems?
No, I mean, And then I wake up, right?
Yeah.
I wake up fatter than before. I wake up heavier. I weigh 210 again. I was down to 207.
What did you eat yesterday when you were with your daughter?
I had pasta, but I saved up all my bread groups until dinner time. No, I have a certain amount of carbohydrates I eat a day. Come on. Well, maybe it was just a water weight for my period.
There you go.
Maybe
you're retaining water.
Yeah.
Just sounded like you fell asleep in the middle of the phone call.
I don't even know.
I did. I kind of did. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm still connected.
Yeah, did you ever hang up? And then that 8th grade. Bill is still mounting. She's talking.
8th grade was my first boyfriend.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that. Were you in on that? I swear he's wiretapping.
I understand.
All right, Hillary, you're on the air. Hi, sweetheart. I can barely hear you. I don't know what you girls do.
Well, I'll just try to speak up.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. Howard, could you do me a big favor today?
What?
Could you let me come down to the studio and meet David Duchovny?
Are you hot?
I'm afraid I'm probably too old for you. I'm 39, but I'm a witch, so that makes me more interesting.
You're a witch?
What? Yes, I am.
A witch?
Yeah, you know what? I love these chicks who have to make themselves witches because they have nothing else going on in their lives.
No, I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm a mail carrier. I have a horse.
Yeah, what is a witch? What is a witch? What do you mean you're a witch? You got special powers?
Oh, no different powers than the rest of us have if we focus them.
Oh, but you are special. What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do?
A spoon?
No. What can you do? Oh, I can tell you what you think. I can predict your future.
I'm in tune with nature.
Tarot cards. Maybe I should have brought them.
Yeah, you can read the tarot cards. You know what, honey? I'm not a witch, and I can do that, too.
Okay.
Anybody with a book can do.
Who guessed a witch works for the U.S. Post Office?
She's a mail carrier.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what it is? A lot of you're not married, are you?
No.
Yeah, a lot of these really lonely women. A lot of these lonely women, Robin. You know, they've got not much going on. And
no children,
no children, no husband.
Oh, what a shame.
So they create a persona for themselves. They were never that interesting.
Yes. The reason they don't have the children and the husband is because they have these other things they need to do.
Well, they create a persona to make themselves more interesting, but instead it's a turnoff.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, I had to devote myself to this. I couldn't take time for that.
Right, and then if I let her come down here, she's going to think it was because of her witch powers.
She divined it.
Right, yeah, you know what it is? I put a witchy spell on him.
I knew that David Duchovny and I were supposed to meet, and I had Howard bring us.
Let me ask you something. You know that the guy's married out here. Why do you want to meet him?
Because I have a great X-Files fan site, and I have some fan fiction I wrote. I'd like to give him a couple of pieces.
Oh, so between the witching and the fan site, the X-File, an X-File fan site. I wonder who has the time to create fan sites.
What's on this fan site?
Fan fiction, images, all kinds of entertaining things.
Oh, well, that's important. God.
If you heard somebody else saying this, wouldn't you say...
No. She'd go, I got to create one, too. All right, honey, I tell you what.
What's that?
Yes, you can meet David Duchovny.
Okay.
Because I want to meet you.
Yeah, we got to look at this fan.
Yeah, hold the line.
I will. Thank you.
Let me see. Here's another girl. Oh, I tell you what. Here's another girl on the line wants to come down and meet David Duchovny. I'll have a competition. Whoever can convince me.
And the witch should have extra help.
Yeah, what's your name, Tara?
Tara.
Oh, Tara. You're a Tara.
Yes, Tara.
Some people say Tara.
No, Tara.
You're Tara.
Yes.
Well, Tara, you want to meet David Duchovny?
Yeah, I'm here right now. I'm downstairs.
Oh, in the lobby.
His wife and kid are welcome in this house.
Of course.
So they want 𝗏_Miguel to come to them and discuss it privately. They don't want the government involved. There continue to be large crowds outside of that home, hoping to deter anyone from forcing Elian to have to go back to Cuba.
Doesn't anybody have a job they have to get to outside that house?
It seems not.
No.
You come here and the streets are paved with gold.
It's a great country. Really is.
You never have to work again. The defense begins in a case today in the court-martial of a Marine captain charged in the death of a soldier. Captain Victor Arana is charged with dereliction of duty and failure to obey an order for leading a fast-paced hike with too few rest breaks. Once upon a time, the drill sergeant could do anything he wanted to do. Now you get court-martialed if you push guys too hard. Lance Corporal Giuseppe Leto died last July after an 8-mile march in 80-degree heat at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Prosecution witnesses have testified that Arena continued to push the hike pace despite complaints and concerns about soldiers straggling behind. So now he'll face charges. He faces a maximum of 9 months in prison and dismissal from the Corps if convicted on both charges. So there you go. It's a lot easier to be a Marine these days.
Yes.
Did you hear about the New Jersey kindergartners who were suspended from school for playing cops and robbers?
No.
Because of all the school shootings and the zero-tolerance attitude that schools have taken, when kids are just playing the innocent games of cops and robbers these days, they can wind up suspended.
Right.
Now the school is going to review the policy because there's been a major backlash as a result of this news. Last month, the children were pretending their fingers were guns and saying they wanted to shoot each other. The principal of the school ordered the youngsters to be suspended for 3 days based on the school's strict zero-tolerance policy on threats and violence. The school superintendent now says he supports the principal's decision, but plans to review the policy after the complaint was officially overreacted to. He says, given the climate of society today, such statements cannot be taken lightly.
Robin, next week on the show, Matthew McConaughey, the Backstreet Boys, Homeless Jeopardy, Kira Sedgwick, Mrs. Kevin Bacon.
First time on the show.
Coming soon, Amy Irving, an old friend of yours.
An old friend.
Whatever. We have to take a break. We'll come back and do more news right after these words.
Would you like to hear an interview with Stuttering John and Mr. Rogers? Sure. I knew that you would.
Would you like to Machine Gun Barney?
Pardon me?
Would you like to Machine Gun Barney?
Would you?
I wouldn't, would you?
Well, those people are trying their best to do something that's helpful for children. And anybody who wants to do something good for children is important for me.
Why is Captain Kangaroo so bitter?
So what?
Why is Captain Kangaroo so bitter?
Do you find him bitter?
Yeah.
Because that's strange. I never found Captain Kangaroo bitter.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you advocate... excuse me. All right. All right, Mr. Rogers, thanks. Do you advocate electrocution for a guilty OJ? Excuse me. Let's go.
Do you?
What?
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
If he's guilty. Thanks, Mr. Rogers.
You're listening to a man who wouldn't like to be anybody's neighbor. Howard Stern. The Howard Stern Show.
Hi, that's Bob. This is that of the statements that defines the tendency. I'm a loser. I have no life. I love Howard Stern. So, any sentence?
All right, thank you. And Alien Gonzalez, you're on the air. Yes, Alien. Alien, are you there?
Yes.
How are you?
Jesus. Goodbye. Goodbye, America.
All right. You are leaving? Your father's going to take you home?
See?
See.
I want to know if I could cut Jackie's grass, stay in America.
Oh. What else is in the news, Robin?
If he could get a job, maybe he could get a green card.
Right. I think he wants a map to Cuba.
A retired Army major who supervised the White House's emergency communications has been charged with sending pornographic material to children over the Internet and attempting to have sex with 2 girls. This retired major, John W. Davis of Sandpoint, Idaho, was caught in an online sting when an undercover police officer posed as a mother who told him she would let him have sex with her 2 daughters aged 12 and 14. He was arrested on March 23rd when authorities picked him up when he went to meet the mother.
Was he a major?
He was a major. Worked at the White House.
Major Boner.
If convicted, he could face more than 20 years in prison. He was in the Army for 20 years and retired in 1994 as director of the Emergency Action Branch at the White House.
Sounds like a good guy.
Yeah.
Right?
They're still screaming about Leonardo DiCaprio working for ABC News and getting a sit-down with the president. Apparently it was Sam Donaldson and guys like that who got all upset that Leo DiCaprio got to sit down and interview the president.
All ugly guys.
For ABC.
They get nervous every time a good-looking guy gets an interview.
Yeah, they better start screaming. They said not only were they upset when they heard about it, they were upset how they heard about it. They didn't hear about it until there was a White House briefing where it happened to be mentioned, so they were completely caught off guard.
Who would even know that that's the wrong thing to do?
Certainly the president of ABC doesn't seem to have.
Yeah.
He didn't notice. The president spent the night at home last night, Howard, his home here in New York. He took a plane and a helicopter to 𝗪𝗪𝗄. Is this really necessary?
Yeah, I mean, he really has to be there?
Don't we have to pay enough money for the president? Now we got to be ferrying him to his 𝗪𝗪𝗄 house by plane and helicopter?
Yeah, well, time's running out on my fun.
We built the White House for the president.
Right, stay there.
He's trying to spend time there. So every once in a while, he'll just jet up here and take a helicopter to the house and try to help Hillary while she puts the knickknacks in order.
First of all, let me say, you're being very unfair to me. Number one, I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was a hot chick. I didn't know it was a guy.
You would never have sat down with him if you knew it was a guy?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a guy. And, as far as me going back and forth to my house, I have a female pilot. So you figure out what's going on.
I see. Meanwhile, the polls say that Hillary Clinton has nudged ahead of Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, that's horrible news.
Leads by 3 points.
Oh, my God.
He had a clear lead at one time, and the last 3 polls have shown him losing ground to Hillary Clinton.
To a woman who's done nothing for New York. Against a guy, all she does is criticize Rudy Giuliani as mayor of New York. I haven't heard one thing she's going to do.
They think this has to do with the Patrick Dorismond shooting.
But why would people respond to that? That's ridiculous.
Ago, before the shooting, Giuliani led by 48 to 41%.
Oh, come on. People are nuts.
Now she's ahead 46 to 43%.
This is what people vote on. Whether or not the shooting was handled properly.
Rudy wasn't out there shooting.
No. I told you this is a guy who turned New York around. Do you understand how difficult that is? Don't you want a guy like that representing you?
They say he has lost among all of his core groups. Fellow Catholics, New York residents.
Catholics? Where are you, Catholics?
The suburbs.
Your own guy.
He's been strong, even among white women.
White women, where are you?
Where are the white women?
Where are the white women at? Where are the white people at? Where are the black people at who now can walk the streets of their own communities?
Everybody's all about.
What about the Puerto Ricans? They're supposed to be law and order people. Where are you for Rudy? It's unbelievable.
I guess we're in hiding.
Send Hillary back to where she should live, Cuba. Hillary's not a bad woman. I don't really have animosity. But let Hillary police a bad neighborhood for 5 minutes and see how easy it is. Let her have a guy pull a wallet out of his pants in the middle of trying to arrest him. See if she doesn't think it's a gun. Come on.
What do you say to your 2-year-old when you can't get him to share his toys?
All right, I'm throwing you back in the woods with those child molesters. It always works. They share. They straighten up.
Maybe you'll be like that woman I was next to at the train station one day who looked at her son when she couldn't get him to behave, and she said, "You see that woman over there? If you don't behave, she's going to take you away."
Yep. My parents used to do that to me all the time. Seriously. My dad would say, "You're such a pain in the ass. I'm going to pull over the side of the road. I'm going to leave you on the side of the highway and let someone else take you home."
You wish.
I said, "Yeah, I should be so lucky."
Yes.
To scare the crap out of me. And, now I think about it, what the hell was I so afraid of? I couldn't have done any worse. You bet. I'm going to pull over on the side of the road and let you out. Okay. Gee. He's a loving man.
Please, do me that little favor.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
But what you can say now, Howard, is even a monkey shares.
Both.
A new study shows monkeys share their food with others who help them gather it rather than gobbling it up themselves.
What about your cats? Do they share?
No. Very
selfish.
Up to themselves, yeah. If one of them disappears, nobody even tells me they're gone. Scientists said the displays of cooperation and sharing among lesser primates suggest the evolutionary roots of one of the vital elements of human society.
You know who Fred shares with? Fred. When he's in the bathroom, he talks to himself.
Right, he's very giving.
You're lucky. He shares information with Fred.
Here you go, Fred. Society wouldn't exist without cooperative behavior, according to one of these researchers. The new research appears in the current issue of Nature. So even monkeys cooperate. Remember that. The Masters tournament. I know you're a big golf fan. Secretly, you don't want us to know. But
I hate golf. Go ahead, yeah.
The Masters tournament is coming up. It's a big deal. One of the major tournaments in golf. And, of course, Tiger Woods ran away with it a couple of years ago. He's hoping to get a second green jacket.
I like Tiger Woods' girlfriend, I'll tell you that.
Well, maybe you'll get to see her if you watch the tournament.
Love that white girlfriend.
Woods.
So white, her skin. Beautiful white skin.
They give you great motivation to lose. You can't win everything. I guess I've always heard this the most in the press. You can always learn more by losing. I say yes.
Hey, Tiger, what's your best hole?
No to that, because there are times when I've won, I've learned an awful lot.
Well, here she comes now.
But there are people out there who know Tiger can be beaten. Darren Clark beat Woods at the World Championship of Golf.
That's right.
And he'll be at the Masters. Here he is, number 5.
All right.
It's been proven this past 6 weeks, that he can be beaten now and again. He's up there challenging more often than anybody else, but, he can be beaten now and again.
So not everyone is ready to turn over the green jacket yet. I guess we'll have to watch the tournament.
They should make all those guys turn in their white girlfriends until they beat Tiger.
Matthew McConaughey, what's he up to?
He'll be in here next week. You'd ask him anything you want.
Well, he will talk about his time in jail.
Good.
He's been talking about it to some magazines, and he says that he spent 9 hours in jail, and 5 is enough to learn to appreciate it. So he had an extra 4.
He was playing the bongos nude, and here's a tape of it.
He's got some rhythm.
Oh. 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 The black man sits and eats welfare cheese, but Whitey's on the moon.
Roll another ball. He said that he was yelling and screaming when they brought him in. And as he sat there, he got to hear them bring everybody else in, and he didn't sound much different than they did. Everybody has reasons why they're in. So I guess he's learned a lesson from this. He also had been reportedly reunited with Sandra Bullock. But he says he's single now and enjoying it. Look, I want to find the love of my life, he says, and have a family, but right now I'm single. I don't understand that whole time clock thing. Maybe for women, but not for men.
Maybe I could get Sandra Bullock now.
Well, it sounds like she's ready to have a baby.
I'm ready to have one.
Oh, are you?
Sure, why not?
You two should hook up.
Come on over, let's make a baby, honey. I'll make a nice baby.
David Duchovny was in here earlier, and he's glad he got the chance to do something comedic in Return to Me, his new movie that opens on Friday, number 6.
There's like, I don't know, 170 X-Files, and I'd say, 5 or 6 of them are funny, but the overall feeling of the show is kind of dour. So,
very serious guy.
Very deadpan.
Yeah.
But he has a sense of humor.
He's a real party.
Take my wife, please. Naturally, because of whatever is humorous in my nature, I would seek out something else.
Whatever. A lot of laughs there.
He is in this movie
It's a really funny
Minnie Driver.
Yeah, let's go for it.
And why don't we see more films like this that mix tragedy and humor? Number 8.
Oh, Minnie's going to answer? Oh, yeah. Why don't we see more films like this?
I don't know.
That's a good answer. Okay. I like how if someone says, I don't know, and then they answer the question.
We'll see whether people want to go and see this, but I think it's that marriage. And I think in all those great films, you look at, like, Terms of Endearment and Moonstruck, there's great sadness and loss in those films.
Whip out your boobs.
Incredible humanity.
She got a big rack.
Oliver Platt is in the new movie Ready to Rumble, which also stars David Arquette. And he says the wrestlers and the actors got along well on this film. Why was that?
Immediately, we found a lot of common ground as performers, as guys who spent a lot of time on the road, who miss their families.
That's some cast. All right, that's good. Forget that.
Nathan Lane, who's a wonderful actor, is in something called Love's Labor's Lost, which are this year.
Bend over and give us his opinion.
What is his character in this movie?
I play a character called Costard, who's referred to as the clown. The clown. So, and those parts are always very difficult.
You should be the center square on Hollywood Square.
400-year-old jokes.
I bet he talks to himself. You're not the only one, Fred.
I have an announcement here that Tom Arnold is searching for love online.
Yeah, that's an old story, Robin. In fact, he's had a website up where he looks for a woman. He's looking for a wife.
Well, this is How to Marry a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Or Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire. He's a millionaire.
Who Wants to Marry Roseanne's millionaire.
His intentions are honorable.
Yeah.
And the website is marrytom.com.
Yeah.
He's very serious about... I thought he'd already found his soulmate.
On the internet, he's going to wind up with another Roseanne. Tom.
What happens if you really don't like the look of your soulmate?
You see what I dragged up on the internet. You should put a photo of Roseanne's money on his website. But a lot of chicks will apply.
Look at how many they put down for Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire. Jenna Elfman.
Oh, she should bend over and give us her opinion.
Of Dharma and Greg.
All right.
The movie out. It's called Keeping the Faith. Opens on April 14th. Also stars Ben Stiller and Ed Norton. Does she have any favorite have any favorite priest and rabbi jokes?
You know, we were getting ready for this film. Edward wanted me to get, was sort of my job was to gather all these priest rabbi jokes. And I gathered a bunch, and I've forgotten them all. I'm one of these people who hears great jokes, and I can never remember them. So
me too.
Unfortunately, I'm completely void of any joke.
As opposed to the guy I work with. Remembers every joke. Yeah, John interviewed Jenna Elfman last night. Cue up to that, guys. He said she's very good looking.
Is she?
I didn't get that. But
Surprise.
evidently, he says that. She has no sense of humor? She doesn't look like she has a sense of humor.
She's known for being funny. She's the new Lucy.
Yeah, she's real funny. That shows a scream. You thought she was good looking, Johnny boy?
You know, I've seen her in movies, and I didn't think she was that hot, but in person, she's totally hot. Yeah.
Really? Tall girl, right?
She's got a great body.
Yeah. It's not her face you were looking at.
No, her face was hot, too. It almost didn't look like... I didn't even recognize her, Robin.
All right, let me play the tape. You ready, Gare? Number 3. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hey, Jenna, how are you? CBS Broadcast.
Hey.
Hi. You're a Scientologist. Do you believe in Star Trek?
I don't disagree with Star Trek. I'm not a big fan personally.
But you're a Scientologist?
I am a Scientologist.
Why did your husband have a funny name?
Because he had a hippie mother. Bye.
You get hate mail from Molly Ringwald?
Sorry, Fred.
See you, Jenna.
Wow.
That's the Scientology thing.
Bye.
Well, you know what that's... I mean...
Kill me. Don't make fun of my religion.
It's bad enough the morons who believe in religion. Then you go and get a new one from a guy who's a science fiction writer who admitted he was creating a religion so he could make some money. She's a dumb head. A dodo head. Imagine the lack of brains in that head. Hart Travolta and Tom Cruise together couldn't fill up a peanut shell with brains. Right. What?
You had to run back to the clay table and do what you did.
Oh, you just upset me.
That E-meter out. She's all
I need the E-meter. I'm all stressed.
Just the same meter we use to measure batteries here.
Right.
Yeah, to see if they're charged.
Yeah, we have one, right? We threw it right out.
And there's also a movie opening called Love and Basketball.
Yeah, what's that about, Robin? Tell us.
April 21st.
What is that, Love and Basketball?
About 2 suburban youngsters who grow up playing basketball, learning about life and falling in love. Omar Epps plays a hot...
is it a black film?
Basketball player. Well, that's just the point, Howard. Just because it is an all-black cast doesn't mean... it's a black movie or a movie about being black.
Of course not.
It has nothing to do with race.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, it's a love story, which is universal.
Love story with all black people.
You know, basketball.
I like it. I'll go see it. I like black people.
That particular sport, any sport is universal. And as far as them being black characters, you know, these 2, black kids who are in suburbia USA who have, 2-parent households. And that's something that's refreshing that you never really see, but it wasn't played on. We didn't play on that, so you don't think about it.
All right. Sounds fascinating.
A lot of explaining.
Yeah, he's explaining way too much. Now, there's a mommy and daddy in the house, which you don't often see.
This is science fiction.
Yeah. Sounds like Star Trek. All right, Robin.
That's
Jackie, way too many Heineken Martling. Thank you for doing the show today. I know it's hard for you to get in.
I like this.
His filthy new Oleo CD, Come Again, includes Fool's Gold at Sam Goody's, or call 1-800-323-KING. Thursday, April 13th, Rascals Comedy Club. It's Jackie in West Orange, New Jersey. Ballpark. For MP3 jokes and Jokeland web mall, visit jokeland.com. Thanks to David Duchovny, whose new movie.
Offered to be his lifeline on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
You would have been great.
Forgot all about that. He'd need a lifeline.
Thanks to David Duchovny. His new movie, Return to Me, also stars Minnie Driver. It opens on Friday. Thanks to 𝗦𝘁𝗄𝗿𝗱 for his breast implant work. See Sarah's new breasts on 𝗦𝘁𝗁𝗏.com. Don't miss Stuttering John's band opening for Reverend Tribble and the Angels at the Bottom Line tonight.
Oh, you should thank me for dragging in my 2 cats today.
Let me thank you, 2 cats. What are their names again?
That is Kelly and Pip. Pip is the cat I got from the North Shore Animal League. And I think they're going to have an adopt-a-thon in May. May 6th and 7th, I think it is.
Syndicated television show this Saturday night featuring the guy who eats Hank the Angry Dwarf's feet.
Oh.
Disgusting toes.
Cats wouldn't even do that.
No, they wouldn't. And, I don't know. Somebody else. Oh, if anybody has Dawson's Creek and Felicity from this week and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You're still watching Felicity?
Oh, yes.
You don't mind it?
No.
You still enjoying it?
I still watch it, yeah. I'm still hanging in there with it. I put a lot of hours in it already. I'm not
You
going to
don't
bail.
want to let it go.
Right. That's why I have a hard time letting go.
It'd be a waste.
And we'll see you... oh, I'm listening to myself sing. It's so good. I'm the greatest recording artist ever. Listen to this. Everybody enjoy. This soundtrack plays in my apartment all the time.
Oh, yeah. What a song. Thank you. Yeah, should have been a big hit, that one. A real heartbreaker. Now I know what it's like for these artists who write these songs. I mean, when you make a beauty like this and it doesn't become a #1 song, it's very heartbreaking.
Why couldn't that be your More Human Than Human?
I know.
I thought it was a bit of a hit, no? Did it chart at all?
Well, the album was a very big selling album.
Right.
Back in the day when you could sell
breakout
it.
hit, would you say?
Girl.
Come on.
That was gross.
That was a rough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like everything came up.
You didn't hear the fart that accompanied it. Like erupting.
Yeah.
Over Thanksgiving, I gained like some weight. Not a lot, for me, but as soon as I go up to like at 5 pounds, that's when I kick into...
You go into diet mode?
I go into diet mode. Something kicks in and I go, okay, well, I could go up another 5 pounds or I could just nip this in the bud.
We haven't figured out where Artie kicks into diet mode.
No, that's why I don't understand Artie. I don't understand when you don't kick in all of a sudden and go, this is it. Especially the amount of poontang he could be getting.
Yeah.
With every bad thing, I don't have a kick in.
I know.
That's the problem. That's why I don't know. I'm just, that's for a shrink to figure out. I don't know. I'm just an extremist. And
only you went to a shrink.
Yeah, with bad
the shrink would have to find it out without him ever being there as well.
And then pass that information on to him in an email. But he doesn't get email.
But Thursday, Thanksgiving night at midnight, if there's a great movie on and you haven't eaten since 3 o'clock, the guy who could turn down the sandwich you were talking about the other day, at that point, that's a willpower guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just fun. What are you going to do?
Hi, you're on the air. Let's go to John Boy.
Hey, how's it going? First call of the day. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let me get...
Quickly, John Boy, I'm bored already.
I know, Howard, you're never going to be the type of guy to step on someone's balls and cause them not to make a little extra cash. You're just not that way. But when I heard Artie saying he was thinking of putting J.D. on the payroll, I got a little concerned right away about J.D., do you think this is a good idea, really?
Why wouldn't that be a good idea?
Oh, number of reasons, actually. Number one, I don't know if Artie came to you and asked if this would be acceptable, because J.D. already has a job, he has to watch TV, and if he's out running around chasing pussy with Artie...
I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it.
It's a weekend. It's a one night on a weekend.
Honestly, it didn't really register with me. But Rocco, you're on the air.
John Boy, really thinking.
Yeah.
But, hey, is this
thinking a little too hard.
This is Howard Stern. Rocco, go ahead, from Nicholson, Pennsylvania.
Hey, dude, what's going on, man? I just turned 41, and this is the first time I ever heard your show.
You're kidding. Nicholson, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, well, I'm not originally from there, but I was never allowed to listen to your show.
As a kid, you mean?
Up until 41.
Up until 6 months ago.
How old are you?
41.
And people were telling you what to do when you were like 30?
Well, my father. Listen, when my father said something, you listen.
Yeah, but dude, once you hit like 20,
all bets off.
I mean, then you can go off and do your own thing, you know? Don't you get a job and an apartment?
You didn't understand who my father was.
Who's your father?
Well, I can't tell you my last name, but it's very similar to a very famous person.
He's a mafia guy?
I wouldn't use that word, but he was in the construction business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, I mean...
Well, those guys aren't going to bump off their son for listening to Howard Stern.
I'd say they like Howard show.
No, he always said he was an asshole and don't listen to him. So
wow. So your dad was wrong.
Well, what happened recently that you can now listen?
My father passed away 6 months ago, and I bought a Sirius radio, and I...
On that day.
Channels, and I heard it, and I said, well... You know, there's nothing going to happen to me now, so let me check it out.
This cat sounds like he's been living under the Taliban.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I was 35 when I pierced my ears.
Well, that's true. You broke out at 35.
Yeah, no, I got tattoos, I got piercings, all that was cool, but you know, when he told me he was pretty adamant about something, I had to listen.
What if you listened and didn't tell him?
I'd be afraid he'd find out.
I see.
And what would he do, you think?
Cut me off from all...
money?
From all, family matters.
Oh, so you live off your dad?
No, then you got to listen
I don't live off of him, but, you know...
He's the head of the family.
He you know, what he said you did. I mean, I remember when I was a kid taking trips to him upstate New York with people in the truck. And then it would end up just being me and him left, and I just wouldn't ask questions, and I grew up that way, you know?
Are you like Fredo? Like you couldn't take over the family?
Yeah, you got a younger brother who's really smart.
Were you looked over?
Were you looked over?
No, I was taken care of very good, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, were you looked over? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I didn't fall. It wasn't that serious.
Seen the mafia.
Go that far.
Who got the family business?
My older brother.
Yeah, see.
Well, he's the younger brother.
Right.
This is in the right order.
I got a feeling.
I still keep in touch with him, and I still work for him, but not so much anymore, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're allowing yourself to listen. It shows that while your father might have been a nice man or a great man, but he wasn't always right. What else was forbidden in your life besides the Howard Stern show? I imagine there had to be other things. Just that?
Well, I mean, like I said, no, it just made me think of it because I listened to your show, and that just, you know, brought back memories of that. I mean, I pretty much grew up kind of normal other than...
Does your name rhyme with body or Balumbo?
How about Dorleone?
Oh.
Sir, are you a crazy guy living in the movie?
My name was changed.
Oh.
My father changed it after... You know, things kind of...
Too much heat from the feds.
Yeah, he used to work for a construction company in New Jersey, and he helped do the paving of the parking lot of the Meadowlands.
Oh, so where's Hoffa? Is he there?
Well, you know what? With a dad like that, I wouldn't listen to us either. All right. Hey, thanks, brother, and I'm glad you're listening.
Well, yes, we're glad to have you now.
I last week you had a show. It was about some guy, Jackie, all about Jackie. What was that?
Oh, we can't update you on 20 years of radio.
Yeah, you just got to keep listening. You'll get familiar with stuff, okay?
Hey, could I call in sometimes and let you know how things are going?
Absolutely, Rocco. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I see why his dad had to keep it tight.
Yeah, he couldn't take over.
I don't know your name because the computer doesn't allow me to read it, but hello, you're on the air.
Is this Howard?
Yes.
Yes, BTT. Yeah, I heard your show yesterday about 𝗦𝗵cie, and I'm a truck driver, and I came back up a run up Jacksonville, and I leave my radio on, regular FM radio on for my dogs while I'm gone. And I heard a talk show, Les and Terry, talking about how they're mad at 𝗦𝗵cie for going on your show and riding the Sibian and just giving her a bunch of shit like they made her famous or whatever. And now they're like...
Who made her famous?
Les and Terry.
Who's Les and Terry?
And that's what I'm saying. Some people out of Dallas, they're like really big in Jacksonville.
I never heard of them, but I can almost guarantee you that the freedom of bringing anybody on the radio, especially a girl, and talking about sex and talking about anything on the radio is a result of this show. And whoever Les and Terry are, a huge thanks to this show for anything they're doing right now. I would almost guess, and I don't know, I've never heard their show, but I would guess their show is extremely reminiscent of the style of show that we do.
When is someone going to make Les and Terry famous?
Yeah, I mean,
I like that. They made her famous how I had never heard of her before.
I like that Les and Terry are making people famous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're really jealous of you and Bubba and Pharrell. There's no doubt about it.
Well, all of radio is jealous of us, not just Les and Terry. But the radio industry shows its true colors as they fight this merger, tooth and nail. They never used to care. I come over to satellite radio; they're completely on the warpath over this merger. This is unbelievable. I read another article today about how anxious XM and Sirius are to get on with their business and merge, and they cannot get an answer from any officials in our government. And this is unbelievable when you look at the history of mergers in this country that have been approved by the government. I told you, the war in Iraq didn't take this long to figure out. They spent less time deciding whether to invade a country and remove its dictator than they do on this merger. There's something wrong here. What is going on? And the radio industry is pumping millions and millions and millions of dollars into, I don't know where this money goes. And
yeah, well, that's what you have to ask yourself. You're pumping millions. Where does it go?
And they are spending so much time claiming this is a monopoly, and yet why are they fighting it if it's a monopoly? They obviously compete with us if they are so against it. It's obvious. If they didn't truly compete with us, they wouldn't be spending millions of dollars. The entire radio industry is jealous of our situation. And it is unbelievable to me that anyone would be upset, especially Les and Terry, with this show. If it wasn't for us, Les and Terry wouldn't have a show.
Yeah.
And I don't know Les and I don't know Terry. But I've never heard the Les and Terry show.
Yeah, I mean...
But I guarantee you it's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible. And I was born and raised to listen to them in Jacksonville. And I was never a big fan of talk radio. I was forced to kind of listen to you because I like music a lot. But I listened to you on some station out of Orlando. And
well, when we left...
I became a fan when I heard you talking about interviewing Willie Nelson. I was like, man, this guy's really great. And then you said you were doing...
When I think back on my time in terrestrial radio, some 20-something, 30-something years, I don't even know how many years.
Yeah, I don't even remember anymore.
I don't chart that crap. It's some guys, they know every anniversary. I think back, and now we left, and they can't even find anyone who can come close to accomplishing what our show accomplished, which is to maintain ratings and revenue and maintain an audience in the morning.
Across the country.
Right, they can't even find it in one market.
Yeah.
Forget about the country. They gave it up on that.
Yeah, but they thought it would be easy.
Yeah.
You're a radio genius. You're a programming genius. I think you're one of the greatest. And I just want to say, Artie, don't need to put my foot in your ass, Artie.
All right, thank you.
What did he say, Art?
It's a catchphrase from a sketch.
Anyway, I love y'all. I got the air, man. I appreciate talking to y'all.
All right, thank you. I didn't even know you had a catchphrase.
From Mad TV. I did.
Did you coin that?
I had a full-blown catchphrase.
What is your catchphrase?
I did a character called, I told you about this before, called White Mama. I played a black mother in like an offensive sitcom that we used to do. I did like 4 sketches. And it was supposed to be a bad WB sitcom. And my catchphrase was, don't make me break my foot off in your ass. And I would scream it at my daughter, who was the black girl on the show, and into the camera. And kids for a long time, like 13-year-olds who watch the show, would say that.
So like every minute, Mama would go, don't make me break my foot off in your ass.
The sketch, I'll bring it in one day for you to watch it. The sketch is...
Did you do it in blackface?
No. Well, what the sketch is we were trying to figure out what would, like the WB had the Wayans brothers on at the time.
Right.
And we were, like, thinking, like, what do these white TV executives think a black show is? So we thought of what the most offensive sitcom would be, and we thought of, it's me driving down the street eating a cheeseburger, and I hit a black woman and kill her. And I go out to see if she's all right, and her soul enters my body, and I become her. I take over her life. So it's no blackface. It's just me in, like, a curler and a moo-moo, and I just look like me. And the black girl on the show, who's brilliant, is Deborah Wilson. She would play my daughter, and the whole show is her trying to make out with boyfriends, and I'm screaming at her.
Don't make me break my foot off in your ass.
Don't make me break my foot off in your ass. So that was a recurring role I did. Yeah.
Hey, I have sad news for everyone this morning, and I just got wind of this.
Really?
I was reading my email this morning that Fred forwarded to me. And
is somebody dead?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. And this is really sad, actually, and I feel awful. Okay. Let me prepare my tribute, if you would give me 1 second. That is actually Fred playing the trumpet.
Fred practiced all night?
No, that's him. Look over. He has a trumpet in his mouth.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He doesn't usually play the trumpet, so he must have practiced.
Good for you, Fred.
Beautiful.
Have a little reveille now. What's reveille?
Yeah.
He was a boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. All right. This is a letter that actually J.D. forwarded to me. I don't know if you guys heard, but Lonnie Heckman died this morning.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
I thought you were going to say Hanover. I really got scared.
Who's